And we are live. All right, people, you guys know what it is. It's the one and the only, the American Cholo podcast, broadcasting live and direct to you from North Hollywood, California. My name is Gail, and I am the American Cholo. Boo Bear he's got the upside down pineapple. He's on his way to his where's he going? To his cruise, Chris? To his swinger cruise. Yeah, the old school cruise. That's where Boo Boo's at right now.
Oh,
shout out to Boo Boo. But let's get it in, people, man. Our next guest was tried as an adult at the young age of 16 and pulled a 12-year stretch in the California Department of Corrections and is now on the pathway to redemption and becoming a well-known rapper from the Lake Elsinore area. Riverside County, stand up, and let's give a warm welcome to the one and only YC Tokes.
What up, Gil?
What's up? How we doing, Carnal?
Good, man.
Good.
Homie,
Got you in here. Got you in here. I told you you come in here, Carnal.
Yeah.
It took a little. It wasn't even that long with patience, homie. There's
like a week. Maybe
don't say that. For you know how many people are gonna be upset. There's
like a year. And shit.
Yeah. There's people. There's people that get really upset at that, homie. But it's all about timing, Carnal.
Yeah.
It's all about timing. And to me, we're going back and forth for a little bit. And I had an openness. You know what? Let me get homeboy in. If you can get in here, you know, you can do it. And it's not like you live 2 blocks away.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
Nice drive, homeboy?
Yeah, it was like 3 hours drive.
Nothing major?
Nah, nothing major, I mean.
Yeah, last time I saw you, we were pulling up from fucking Nueva's block party, homeboy. And I saw about a good 10 fucking undercover cops coming your way.
Yeah, they rolled in deep, homie. You know what I mean? That shit, every time I see cops, it gets my heart going. You know what I mean? It's still, that shit just...
How long you been out now?
Going on a year already.
Oh, you're still fresh
yeah,
out. You're still
going on a year.
You're still trying to learn the...
I'm still trying to learn how to use a credit card.
Oh, you're still depressurizing, huh?
Yeah, I'm still trying to get in there.
Wow, yeah. You went, well, let's get it started. I mean, where were you born and raised at, Carnal?
All right, so I was born in Orange County. I was born in Tustin. I was raised in Santana up until the age of 11. Moved out to Lake Elsinore. My parents, you know, wanted a better life for us. So
Right.
Moved us out there. But I brought what I already seen in Orange County, brought it with me to Lake Elsinore, you know, so.
Oh, you brought like the hood mentality even at that young age in OC, huh? At 11 years old, you're watching that.
Well, I grew up around my uncles, you know. I looked up, I idolized them. Yeah, they were from a local neighborhood right there, Los Crooks, Santana. So that's where we grew up in that barrio. So, you know, growing up, I had a role model. So that's what it was.
And the role models were the homies.
Yeah, it was the homies, you know, parents, you know. My parents are paisas. They're paisanos, so they're not Chicanos. They're hardworking, worked from fucking like 7 a.m. to like 1 in the morning. So as a kid, I had all this free time, and the only like role model or adult figure in my life was my uncles.
And your uncles were out there fucking
yeah, they
doing
were
their
16,
thing.
17-year-olds banging and shit, yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. And a lot of people don't see that. They people who don't know the lifestyle at all, a lot of times they will jump to conclusions and they think that, you know, you just got bad parents or anything like that, but they don't understand it. If your uncles were, you know, in sports, going to college, this and that, then you're going to be in sports, going to college, looking up to them, but they were on the streets at that time.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So when you moved to Lake Elsinore, because Lake Elsinore, a lot of people will think, you know, there is no gangs in Lake Elsinore, even Paris or whatever, but that shit was like Compton, homeboy. I mean, the homies were deep over there. So how did you end up coming and, you know, becoming part of the Lake Elsinore scene?
All right, so at the age of 11, like I said, like, you know, growing up in Orange County, I always wanted to be a gang member. You know, some kids wanted to be a firefighter. Some people wanted to be fucking cops, soldiers, whatever the fuck they wanted to be. But for me was, you know, seeing that lifestyle, you know, seeing the homies kicking it at 1 in the morning, fucking beanied up, gangstered up, you know what I mean? Yeah, so to me, I idolized that. I seen that as a young age, and I was like, I want that. And when my uncles would walk me through the apartments, because we lived in an apartment complex, so everybody would give him, you know, his cue, like, hey, what's up, homie? What's up? So had that respect.
And you saw that.
And I saw that. So I'm like, fuck, that's what I want. Like, that's what I want. I don't give a fuck about school. That's what I want.
Absolutely. Let's pay some bills here. Family First, 13-499 Super Chat. Saludos from Lake Elsinore, showing that classic love. Soy Bones, Elsinore Young Classic Gang, homeboy. Hey, no gang bang on the scene, homeboy.
Oh shit. Okay.
So you're going to Lake Elsinore. So what's the hood over there like? Is it apartments, houses?
Where in Lake Elsinore?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's split. We got little sections within the city. So of course, you know, Lake Elsinore is it's a small town. It's real small, you know. Especially well, now it's expanding more. You know, they're building more new homes, all sorts of shit. You know, low income apartments. But when I first moved over there, it was small. You know, it was real small. Fucking everybody knew each other.
But was the hood already there when you?
Yeah, the hood. My neighborhood. I'm from Elsinore Young Classics, as you can tell. You know,
okay.
From the homie, but So my hood started off as a car club back in the 70s, late 70s.
Okay.
So They started off as a car club and they expanded in the 80s and 90s, and finally turned into a neighborhood. So when I got there, that's who was kind of like controlling the hood. You know, it's only two barrios: is Elsinore Young Classics that are established within the city, and EVL, which is Elsinore Vato Locals. So
And I take it those are your enemigos.
yeah, they were for a long time. You
And
know?
were the Vato Locos also, or the Vato Locos?
The Vato-
the Vato Locos, were the Vato Locos also like a car club when they started?
No, they were bikers, more bikers. You know,
Oh,
they were
shit.
more into the biker scene. You know, so yeah, they were there before us. So the homies, from my understanding, you know, we started off as a car club, Lakeside Car Club, and then it expanded. It kind of like transformed into Elsinore Young Classics. You know, so
And the hoods, the actual, let's say, gang part of it, 80s, 90s,
80s,
80s.
yeah.
So then when you got there, they're already established.
Yeah, I got there in early 2000s, mid 2000, like 2093. I was born 93.
Fuck, I'm old, homie. I was
Yeah.
in fucking I was in YA '93.
Yeah.
So you're there in the early 2000s,
Yeah.
and you move into the neighborhood. You're a young kid, 11 years old, right?
11 years old, yeah.
And automatically you kind of just fall into the scene with the homies over there.
No, I was from a tagging crew before. So this is kind of like it takes me into the criminality part of my life. Like I said, I always want to be a gang member, so it didn't matter what city I was gonna go move
You just
into.
wanted. You just knew you
I'm
wanted to
gonna
bang,
get into a
homie.
barrio, yeah, like
I get that,
eventually.
yeah, for sure.
So I get there, I get to Lake Elsinore, and I get I'm in this little middle school, and the Mexicans, they approach me, the homies, yeah, hey, what's up, man? Kick it over here on these tables. Everything was segregated already, so
By race, you're saying?
yeah, by race, it was like Cane Lake Middle School, so that's where I went to. It was the Mexicans kicked it over here, the homies, the raza, we kicked it over here. There was the white boys and everybody, the punk rockers, everybody kicked it under by the cafeteria. It was split, the brothers kicked it over there in the basketball court. So
It's kind of crazy how right off the top in elementary school,
yeah,
they're kind of doing that because
yeah,
I think, and I don't know, maybe it's different for you. Remind me, well, then again, there wasn't that many different colors in elementary school when I went there. In elementary school where I went, it was, I would say, 85% raza out here in North, at least where I went to, an alternate street school. A very small percentage of brothers and a very small percentage of güeros. But I don't really think the segregation was so much in elementary school. But once junior high kicks in, it seems like
middle school.
everybody starts splitting away, right?
Yeah. So and I had like black friends and shit. Like when I first went to Cane Lake Middle School, it was like that's who I approached me first. Was this black kid. Forgot his name, but I would kick it with him. I was like a loner, I was new to a school.
Yeah,
you
of
get that
course.
feeling, I had just gotten expelled from Orange County.
What'd you expel for, fool?
Okay, so the school that I went to, it was kind of like combined with the middle school.
Right. Elementary
So,
and
yeah,
okay.
elementary. It was right next to each other. So I wanted to buy some new pro clubs, so I snuck into the middle school. I went to the cafeteria and they had a little tiendita, a little store, and I robbed them for all the money. I tried to go there the second day. I went in there the second day and they caught me. They were waiting for me right there like an idiot, And back then I was a short little chubby kid, so I tried running and I remember the principal. He already hey Torres, and I
Caiga.
froze. Yeah, I froze. I was running. I froze and shit. So turned around. He got me and shit. I got expelled. So yeah, that's how I know.
How was that trip when you got home where your mom had to come to the school?
Fuck.
Let's hear that one, homie. Let's hear la verdad.
Hell, hey, I cried. As soon as cause the mom, she gets called and she goes into the school and you just feel the stare, you know what I mean? A Mexican mom, she just has that stare like, "Ooh, wait till I get home, motherfucker, I'm gonna fuck you up."
Hey, you're crying before the belt
Yeah,
even hits you, fool.
yeah,
The
yeah.
cinto's coming out. Ya estás llorando, güey, because it's
Yeah.
coming, oh boy.
So the whole time I'm there with the principal, she's looking at me just like,
Vergüenza. She was
"Oh,
pissed, right?
Yeah, like, "Oh, motherfucker."
Yeah, that's one thing with mamas. They get very, especially if you got a good mom. If you got a hood ass mom, she would have been like, you should have took more money or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
But
yeah.
a good mom's gonna whip your ass and tell you,
Yeah.
no, no, robando, cabrón.
Yeah.
What did your dad tell you, boy?
That's when my dad rarely hit us, but when he hit us, he hit us. My mom was a discipliner. She was always home, so.
You should call your dad out for that one. Like, hey,
Yeah,
that-
that's when I was like, man, like I get quiet, my heart drops. I'm just like, fuck, dude. Like, y'all just waiting for it. Like, this motherfucker, he's gonna come home and
he's gonna drop the nuke on me,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So yeah, of course, I get my ass whooped, whatever, and yeah, they ended up fucking expelling me from that district. My mom ended up taking me to a all white school almost, just fucking where was it at? Like by Foothill in Orange County. I don't
Okay.
know if you're from it, but towards that way. And
Right.
shit.
So then now you're in Elsinore. The homies approach you. You know, back then, I mean, did you know they were the homies, or right now they were just like Mexicano guys
Nah,
to
well, it
you?
was like in Orange County is a lot of raza. You know, it's mostly raza. You rarely see like a community of white people. You know.
Right.
So especially in Santana. So of course, you know, I gravitated towards them, and got me cliqué. I started clicking up with them, and then fucking became from a tagging crew.
What was the name of the tagging crew? Man?
It was THC at first. It was the hated crew, token hazardous chemicals. It was just and
What were you hitting up, my boy? Unless they're looking for you, carnal.
What-
What was your tag name?
me, I went by Mobber.
Which one?
Mobber.
Oh,
M-O-B,
Mobber.
yeah,
Oh,
Mobber.
you were
like,
mobbing.
Yeah, just walking, But back then we,
Yeah,
kids,
man, oh, you come up with whatever funny fucking.
yeah, we give each other killer ass names. Like, come on, Dick, you're 12 years old. Fool, really?
So you're 12 years old. You're fucking
Yeah,
Mr. Mobber.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
Asesino. And
I got
shit.
homies that are named Shooter and fucking, like, really, Dick, you don't even own a gun.
Ain't never busted a grape in their life.
Yeah,
huh?
none of that. So, I remember this is how I got introduced. I would say to my neighborhood, UYC. We're walking down the street. One day they invite me like, hey, let's go to a Elsinore High School football game. And back then you're a middle schooler. You're like, oh, we're gonna go fucking to a high school. Like, oh hell yeah, all right.
That's popping.
Yeah, so we all go green. We all wearing green. At this time we changed our name to Goon Squad. So now we're Goon Squad, like green, boom.
Mobster from the Goon Squad.
Yeah, mobster. You know what I mean? So we're mobbing, we're walking, and some real fucking gangsters pull up on us in a fucking Honda Civic, old like 1999.
Rucha for them Civics, fool.
Yeah, dog. You know what I mean? So and this is, keep in mind, this is like the first time I get banged on in Lake Elsinore. So, the homies pull up on us. Fucking it was my homie Little Blackie, rest in peace. Big Romer, he got deported. Parque and then Moreno. I remember them clearly because one of my homies got socked out that day. So they pull up on us and they bang on us, and we're from a tagging crew. They're like, you guys bang? We're like, nah, we're from a tagging crew. But one of my boys that was with me, he's like, yeah, Goon Squad.
Oh.
So I remember the youngest one from the hood at that time was Little Blackie. He was like our age. He was like 13, 14. So he jumps out. He runs up on him and cracks him. Boom.
At the right way.
Yeah. So that's how I got introduced to EYC, to my hood. And after that.
What happened? No, I'm sure the homie got socked up real quick. They took off.
Yeah.
So what was the conversation between you young guys? After
It was
they took
like,
off?
damn, fool, you just got it was like, fuck, fool, you good?
Hey, you told him that. I didn't know we were a gang yet. Fool.
Yeah, like, hey, you still want to go to this game or what?
He was just feeling it, huh?
Yeah, he was pumped up. He was new as well. Like me and him, because we had also kind of jumped into this tagging crew. We were just going through the process, and all that.
Well, a lot of people were at that age. Yeah.
Yeah. So thinking we were gangster, and finally some gangsters pulled up on us and fucking did what they did, and that was it. That's how I got introduced to EYC,
Your hood.
Yeah, my hood. So after that, I remember the homie Parks. He's the only one that came and talked to me. He's like, hey man, like, come through. Like, we're gonna go to a party, like, come through. So at the time, I'm like, I'm a kid. I'm still like kind of shy. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm chilling with the homies.
Right.
So fast forward a little bit. I was 13. I ended up joining my hood at 14. I met my homeboy Tiny. He was he had moved from San Diego to Lake Elsinore, and he's the one that kind of brought me in. He called me one day. We went to continuation school because in the process of all this, I had gotten in trouble, expelled from that school, Canyon Lake Middle School. So I was kind of like going to continuation school. So I got close with Tiny before he was from the hood. Once he became from the hood, he stopped kicking it with me. Stopped kicking it with us.
He
Yeah.
dedicated his life to the
Yeah,
barrio.
to the hood. So
Right.
yeah, that happened, and I get a call one day, and it's him. He's like, "What's up, Don? When you gonna get down with the business?" And I'm playing stupid. I'm like, "The business? Like, what do you mean? We're gonna start a firm, homie?
We're gonna sell some tamales.
Yeah,
What we
at
doing
least talk
here,
about it,
fool?
dog, you know what I mean? So he's like, nah, fool, you know what I mean? Like, so boom, signed my life, homie. Fucking told him, yeah, next day, pick me up. He was already on the run. He had him and his mom pick me up. Fucking took me to the
Him and the
apartment.
jefa.
Yeah.
With the biz.
Yeah, shout out to my homie Tiny.
Oh shit! So now you go with Tiny. do you start kicking it with the homies for your actual hood for a little bit?
Yeah,
and
he
they jump you
introduced
in?
it. No, he introduced. Oh fuck! It took me a year to get jumped in.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good chunk.
Yeah, so it took me. We in my hood. We started prospecting. So I was prospecting for about a year, and then I finally got jumped in after I hit the halls and all that shit.
So even in the halls, you claiming the hood.
Yeah, I was already. I was. You're pretty much banging the hood, but you're not jumped in. So it's like, yeah, I'm from EYC. You know. In the beginning, I didn't have a name, so I was just EYC.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's actually a good way to figure out who's really
Yeah.
for this or who's not. Because there's a lot of guys get jumped in and they're like, dude, that shit never got jumped in.
Yeah, exactly.
So
you know what I mean?
after a year, you're going what, in and out of juvenile hall and fucking up?
Within that year, okay, so my first interaction with the law was for domestic violence. I got in a fight with my dad, and the neighbor called the cops. Cops came. I was 14. They came. They pepper sprayed me. I was talking shit. My mom came with water, fucking trying to fucking, you know,
right.
big old scene. So I go to the halls. I'm already banging. I get out 2 weeks later, thinking I'm the shit. Big old head, like.
At this point, you don't give a fuck, because obviously you don't care because you're over here fighting with your dad.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
You're thinking you're bigger than life. I don't need you, parents. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Exactly.
Even though
Spoiled, you know.
Even though they're the ones putting the roof on top of your head.
Yeah.
and the buying your rope and food, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what kid mentality.
Yeah. So I get out 2 weeks later. Fucking. I'll say about 2 months. I'm already hitting up. They already named me. Boom. Gave me my name, Toker. Fucking
You picked that name or somebody said?
No, they gave it to me. Yeah, they gave it to me.
All right, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, my hood name is Little Toker. So there was already an older homie. We had a little junta, and they're like, "Hey, this fool needs a name, dog. Like, you know, he's out here banging. I'm already hitting the halls and shit. Like, what's up, dog?
I need a name.
Yeah,
homie.
I'm giving my last name and shit. Torres, what's up, man?
That's a good one. Torres from Lake Elsinore. That's a good way to get busted.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was about the Torres.
Yeah, you know. So they give me they're like, yeah, fucking one of my homies, he was my boys, Lil Papa. He was like, he ended up becoming my crime later on down the road, but he's like, hey, we should name him Toker. He's always smoking, always has bud. I always kept the fucking stress fucking, you know, bag in my pocket.
Back in those days,
yeah. So that happened. They named me. One of the older homies is like, nah, there's already a Toker busted. He's in good standing, so that's Little Toker. So I ran with it, Little Toker. Boom, that was it. So one day, I'm walking down the neighborhood and I'd hit up, and my old tagging crew crossed me out. Just my name.
Oh shit.
So this is where I caught like some serious time, right?
Let's do this.
So I'm at this little function.
How old are you right now?
I'm already 15.
Okay.
So I'm at this little function, and this fat girl and a black guy pulls up, and I tell him like, hey man, I got $5 for gas money. Can you drive me to the leader's house? I didn't tell him the leader, but it was like one of the homies' house. So they took me to his house, to his garage, and he was kicking it right there with a few homies. And I told the homie that I took with me, I was like, hey, act like you're gonna fight him, and I was gonna stab him. And I jumped.
And that was one of the guys who crossed you out, the tagger guys you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so
that was the leader of the fucking
of the tagging crew.
Yeah.
Okay, so you went over there and you told the guy fight, and then what happened?
He came up to me thinking we were cool, and fucking, you know, I handled my business and I did what I did.
You booked this guy at 15.
I booked him. Yeah, I booked him.
And did you know this guy personally before?
Yeah,
that?
we were cool.
Oh,
we were
shit.
still cars, and like that was
your homie at one point.
Yeah. He was.
But
yeah.
because the hood now.
Yeah, it was kind of like a message as well, you know, like
of course.
I'm over here now. You back up, homies.
Yeah, for sure. You in the gang life now.
Yeah.
I'm not tagging anymore. I'm
Yeah,
in the gang
exactly.
life. You crossed me, and that's what well, unfortunately, he learned the hard way that once you commit yourself to a gang, that's what comes with it, homie. You ain't crossing me out. I don't care if you're a tagger or my old friend.
Yeah.
We're gonna beef, and he found out. So
and
what happened after that?
I kind of drew the line with that, you know. So, and I'm not saying this to glorify it. It's just a part of my, it's part of my journey. It's part of my journey as to where I got here and shit. So I book him. A few times. His baby mama comes down and is tripping. I cut myself. I split that shit down to the bone. Now I'm bleeding. I get in the car, and we run right into a checkpoint. Boom. At this time, they had already called the cops, so they already my name's out there. Boom. Yeah, Toker EYC stabbed this guy. So gang units there. Boom. When they arrest me, so trip. I'm already buzzed. I'm drunk. So I tried jumping out the car in the middle of the checkpoint, and I tried running. A little fat kid. Picture that, just running down the
And
fucking
with the finger hanging.
Yeah, just bleeding. You know what I mean? Just running. I'm running for my life, the opposite way. And the motorcycle cop, he's just probably like going 5 miles an hour. Like, this fucking dumbass, you know? So, so he parks the shit, jumps out, runs, and tackles me. Boom, gives me a little chicken wing.
Right.
Boom. They take me into the little holding. You know, they have like a little arena and shit.
Yes, of course. The checkpoints, right?
Yeah, the checkpoint. So they take me in there. At this time, they're questioning me. Who are you? What's your name? Boom. I gave them my name. Gang units there. They're like, hey,
Oh shit.
fuck, we just got a call. You know what I mean? We just got a call about you. So, boom, I go in the halls and I end up getting a camp program for that. I went to camp.
Well,
at 15, yeah.
Oh, that's all it was. It was a camp.
Yeah, it
that,
was a camp
that wasn't
program.
actually the case you caught later on, a year later, right?
No.
Oh
It was
shit.
yeah.
So you went to camp. How long did you go to camp for?
a year. I did 4 months fight like in the halls the waiting process.
Right.
So I did like 4 months and then
That guy ended up coming to court for you?
nah, in juvenile court is different. It's like
They don't need that much evidence.
nah,
in there.
he snitched. That's what it is. Boom. So I ended up doing this camp program.
How was camp at the time for you?
It was cool. That's where I ran into my boy Nueve right there.
Oh, that's where you met Big Nueve
Yeah.
in Campo.
Shout out to my boy Nueve,
Shout out
dog.
to Big
You know what I
Nueve,
mean?
homeboy.
Yeah,
That's
me-
right,
me-
homeboy.
Me and him, we got history. You know what I mean? We got history. and
Oh,
shit.
shit, I didn't know that. Was he that smiley of a happy guy back in camp as well as he is today?
No. You know what I mean?
Ah,
Nah,
shit.
but so we were cool. We were cool in camp and shit.
No, tell me when you first met Nueve, homie. I want to hear this story, cause like literally, like you're walking into the dorm.
We banged on each other. You know what I mean? We
Alright.
banged on each other. Yeah, we banged on each other. He had history with my homies. I had some history with
And you
his
guys are
homies.
pretty close to each other, right?
Now we are.
I mean, no, but as far as neighborhoods.
Oh yeah.
You
And
guys are
yeah,
like
yeah.
15 minutes away or something.
We're a highway away. We're like
Yeah, because when I stayed out there, I was looking for hotels, and ones were in
Yeah.
Menifee, the other ones were in Lake Elsinore. They were real
Yeah.
close to each other.
so back then, all the neighborhoods didn't get along. You know, nobody wanted to be known as a get along gang. You know.
Right.
So everybody was beefing. Everybody has some type of beef. Like you go to Paris, you're getting smashed, you're getting banged on. You go to Elsinore, same likewise, you know. So Corona, fucking
The whole area.
yeah, except for Menifee. Yeah. So at the time, whatever, me and Nueve fucking, you know, our hoods don't really beef that tough. So we ended up programming. Boom, he was short to the pad. He was already gonna get out, and yeah, fucking at the time he was already rapping. You know,
Oh, was he
rapping.
really?
Yeah, he was rapping and shit. So I started fucking. We get these little composition books. So I started doing my thing too. You know, like fucking, we would come out interchange like, oh shit, that's just hard food.
That's
like,
right.
You know, so that happened.
I'm sure you came out of camp thinking estás más chingón que la chingada.
Man, I thought I was Superman. When I got out of camp, after I did what I did, like I was
You got much more respect in the hood.
yeah, everybody was looking at me like, okay, he's down. I got jumped in as soon as I got out. Boom. At this
Oh,
time,
you still weren't
nah.
jumped in?
Well, I got busted before. Like I got busted as soon as it happened. So boom.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, 15 on 15. I turned 16 in camp. Boom. I get out February 19 of 2009. No, wait, not 9. My bad. 2010. February 2010. So I'm out there doing this holiday and I get busted for this 2 months later.
What'd you get busted for?
Shit, let me take a drink for this.
Yeah, take a drink, homie. Take your time.
Nah, so I got busted. My original case was murder in 2 attempts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was yeah, gangbanging, you know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
And at 16 years old?
yeah, 16, yeah.
And what would you end up getting convicted for?
Manslaughter, 15 years, yeah.
They gave you manslaughter.
Yeah.
And you ended up getting convicted at what age? 16?
Convicted, I was 18. I was already in the county.
How long were you fighting the case for?
2 years.
So you were 16 when you actually did the case.
Yeah, when I got busted originally for the kid, I was 16. Took 2 years through the process. You
Yeah,
know
the
what I mean?
whole of course.
Yeah, it's a long process.
Now were you in juvenile detention at this time?
I was in
Fighting
juvenile
that?
halls. Yeah.
And then when you got convicted, were you still in juvenile hall? Or, well, you were going to
No,
when
I got
court,
convicted, yeah, I went. So right there is Southwest. I was in Southwest Juvenile Hall. It's connected. Well, it's right across the street from Southwest
right?
County Jail.
Okay.
So every time I had court, they would just put me in a van, ship me out to the county, put me in a holding cell, and right when they're about to hear my case, they'll put me in there. Boom.
If you were in LA County today, they would charge you as juvenile, man.
I heard.
Yeah,
I heard. Now, man, how many shit?
Gascon, listen.
Yeah. Vote for Cascon.
Yeah, half of my guests are Gascon fucking lovers. Ah, shit.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but now, okay, so you're 16 years old. You catch a hot one. I'm sure you were looking at a much longer time.
I was looking at life. Yeah, I was looking at life.
So you ended up fighting for 2 years, and they gave you that deal finally.
No,
or?
well, it was like a group thing. You know what I mean? It was one. Shit.
Well,
One of the homies ended up snitching. He ended up dipping out.
That's what happens.
It was 4 of us. I was the youngest one in the car. Whatever. Fucking. One of my homies, free happy. You know what I mean?
He got stretched.
Yeah, no, he got life. He ended up taking the beef. You know.
Oof.
So me and my boy, little Popeye, we ended up taking a package deal, 15 for manslaughter and shit.
So, when you took the deal, are you still in the juvenile detention center, or did
No,
they
I was
transfer
already
you?
in the county.
So as soon as you turn 18, they transfer you to the county.
Yep. As soon as you turn 18,
how-
birthday, boom.
How was that for you? Because I mean, being from juvenile is one thing. Going to the county jail, ahora estás con pinche con hombres. You're there with some grown ass men, homie. You know, 18 years old, and you got fools that are fucking 50, 60, or 30-year-old gangbangers in there. How was
they're
that?
fighting life and shit too, you know. So
Right. So how was that? How was that process for you when you went from the juvenile
honestly,
to the county?
I was a little bit, you know, I had the butterflies, and I was excited a little bit. Like, all right, next chapter,
Next
next
level.
chapter, yeah, next chapter. And I was in security unit, so in juvenile hall, you know, I was a yellow shirt security unit. So during that time, we would get worked out already. Like if we were in juvenile hall by the staff, they're like, you motherfuckers, they already see. Like most of the people in Southwest juvenile hall and unit 2 were direct filed, so they're already being charged as an adult. You know, so yeah, we were all fucking already being worked out, like fucking like
Getting prepped.
yeah. They're telling the staff are telling us like, you guys are gonna go to prison, like you guys need to fucking
Straight up.
yeah. So boom, I hit the county, and both my crimies are there, so it felt like, you know, it felt like a blessing to be there with them too. You know, like we're gonna fight this case together.
People don't understand that, but yeah, I feel a little bit better.
Yeah,
seeing
it feels a lot better. It feels like you're at home, if that makes sense. I know you're not at home, but it feels just having that familiar.
For sure, camaraderie with the two homies right here.
So
we're going through the same struggle, literally the same struggle.
Yeah.
So when you got your 15-year deal, and you coming back from court, has that process kicked in yet, or is Tokes still like, fuck it, I don't care?
I'm still fuck it. Yeah. I'm still fuck it, especially you know, during the impact, the victim impact. So the family has a chance to get up there and
Of
spit
course.
whatever they gotta spit. You know what I mean? And so they're up there, and they're calling me. They're not calling me by my name. They're not calling those by my name. They're calling me monsters and
Of course.
talking shit. You know, just
Now, was he a gang member himself too?
yeah. He was.
He was a gang member. Okay. So yeah, the family's over there. I mean, but of course the family's gonna say that.
And I feel for that, because I mean, if the roles were reversed, if it was my family or if it was even one of my homies,
course.
like, you know, so I feel that. But at the same time, like, nah, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. It's just being that, having that mentality.
Yeah,
and
no,
you're
well,
just like,
yeah,
oh, they're calling me a monster, calling me a piece of shit. Like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna show them that I'm a piece of shit.
Right, yeah, at that young age, you're gonna definitely be like, you know what? You know,
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah, at that age.
you're going well. You're at that age, and you're also headed upstate for 15 years.
Yeah.
So I got no.
I'm sour.
Yeah,
I'm sour all the way around. My mom's on the other side. She's fucking crying. She's bawling.
yeah. Her fucking mijo's gone as
And
well.
she feels for the family. She feels for me. She feels for everybody.
There's
in the room,
shame.
You know what I mean?
There's anger. There's a
Yeah.
whole
So-
lot of emotions going on over here.
She's bawling and shit. And me and my crimey Big Happy, he's drawing. And he's getting sentenced. So he's getting sentenced to like 85 years. Boom. He
Shit.
got like L-WOP or something. And I just hear him turn to me, whispers. He's like, "Can I get some cheese with that Whopper?"
Mm.
You know, he's already in that same mentality as
Yeah,
well. You know?
yeah.
So he's
I don't
like,
give a fuck mentality.
so but one thing that stood out during that victim impact was the grandma.
Ugh.
She got up there and she was opposite. She was just she said, "I hope you guys find God in there. Hope you guys change your life. Hope you guys better yourselves." That's one thing I always carried with me, was that, like, fuck this, but I remember that.
That was. Oh, you're getting me chills in that one. That was that wisdom of that lady looking at you probably the same way she looked at her grandson. and knew that her grandson was lost in that life and probably would speak the same way to him, like, mijo, you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And that happened. I'm sure you probably related that too.
Yeah.
With the family, right?
Yeah.
Oh man. So the impact, the family impact. Now you're going back to the county. How are you feeling when you're actually catching the chain and your name gets called up? Come on.
It hasn't settled yet. You know what I mean? It hasn't hit. So it's me and my crimey. So Big Happy goes first. He catches the chain.
How old is Happy at this time?
He was 19 when he got busted.
Still a young kid.
Yeah, he
though,
was
if you think about it.
19. My other crimey little papa, he was 21, 22, I believe, 21. He had just turned 22 right there, and I was 16. So 19, 20. He was like 21. Happy was 21, 24, and 18.
Right. So now you're going upstate. You're taking the bus. Still not processing this, huh? What's going on through your head?
Shit, I can't wait to have a TV in myself. You know,
You're hearing how much better state is in the county.
Yeah, they're like fucking. It's lovely up there, homie.
Oh yeah, they're making this.
They're blowing this shit up. You know what I mean? They're like, you're gonna have a TV.
Hey, homie,
You
wait
can-
till you catch la
Yeah,
cadena.
yeah.
Vas a agarrar tubo.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
that shit, homie. Yes,
They're like, go to fire camp, weights, this, and that.
you ain't got no fire camp. You got 50
no,
balas,
yeah.
homie. Ain't
But
no-
I'm young, so I'm thinking like, oh, I'm gonna ask for fire camp. They're gonna work with me. Like, you know? I'm like, hell yeah, I'm on. I'm gonna get buff,
I'll
homie.
be out of 2 years and
yeah.
shit. Oh shit. All right, so you go to reception. What reception you end up pulling up at?
I ended up in Wasco D yard. So I ended up in a D4. My crime ended up in D5. And so we're chained up. No, I'm lying. We're not chained up. We're walking regular. We're already in CDC Blues. This is the last time I see him till I get out. So boom, we're walking and we kind of like, it was my stop first, D4, and we look at each other. I was just give him a hug, like, hey, fool, I love you, dog, you know? And kept pushing. He's like, hey, fool, just, stay strong, dog.
Now you're in a different game.
Yeah, now it's your solo, dog. We got journeys. You got to do your journey, I got to do mine. So I D4, boom. I land and, yeah.
So after reception, where you gonna end up going?
So remember how I mentioned fire camp?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I
you
know.
went to the process or
Yeah,
what?
no. So I asked my counselor. Look, I'm oblivious to this shit. So how the system works. So I go and I see my counselor. You're getting processed and shit, classification. So I see my counselor and I tell her like, hey, I want to go to fire camp. So this motherfucker sends me to Susanville. I go to Susanville, level 3. Not even and I'm P coded. I'm hard 19, so I can't drop and you can't go to fire camp till you're 5 years or under,
Right.
So I'm stuck there. I'm like, fuck, homie, I fucked myself. I'm hearing it from homies like, yeah, fool, what the fuck? Why you even ask for fire camp? You could ask for like something that like Calipat, closer to the pad.
Right.
But I'm a firm believer, like things happen for a reason, dog. Like I was meant to go there. I was meant to go stay up north.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, a lot of that shit it helped me out. In the future.
In which way?
It kept me out of trouble more than down maybe, you know what I mean? Down south, being with my homies and but because up north is different. Like there's no set tripping. You're not like going against your own homies, you know what I mean? Your homies, Ramflas, IE, LA, whatever. So you kind of get more of a clecha, you
More
get
unity in there.
camaraderie. Yeah, you get the camaraderie going and shit. So, however, when I first went in there, dog, I'm 18, still have the juvenile hall mentality.
Right.
Go into this yard was youngins, dog, all youngsters. YA babies talking about they could fight, this and that, you know what I mean? So I go in this, I'm not knowing about the consequences of fighting, and I had to learn the hard way and shit right there. So
You have to get your calentado real
Yeah,
quick.
I
Like,
gotta-
hey, Tokes, you can't be
yeah.
doing this shit, homie.
So I learned the hard way right there, and then throughout the process of that, being in Susanville, I ended up in Pelican Bay. I upgraded to a 180, and is a whole dynamics change.
How was the drive up to the bay? One of my cuñados was up there back in the 80s when it first opened up, and he told me the drive up there was kind of crazy. But I think they drove him from down south somewhere, and they had to give him all kind of fucking peanut butter that way they don't shit. They just
Yeah, for sure. That's my favorite part right there, the lunches. Yeah, I mean, hey, you gonna eat that?
nobody's eating it, but
Nah,
Tokes is eating
hey,
it.
slide that. I need the protein,
Now that's
No.
way up there, man.
It's what is it, like 20 minutes away from the Oregon border?
right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going up there to the Bay, are you thinking in your head more? Fuck, I'm stepping up. Like I'm.
Yeah, well, everybody's
it's
pumping
more on
me
my
up,
credentials,
dog.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, you hear that shit. It's a cliche, you know what I mean? For homies in the hood, you're like, oh, you go to prison as a college.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So and fuck, at the time, I'm sold up with my homie Lazy. So I ended up running into my homeboy Lazy, known from the streets, rest in peace. We're in there thugging, whatever the fuck. I got out the hole and I sold up with him. Boom. And he's the one that's pumping me up because this is his second term. This is my first term. He's like, fool, Pelican Bay's no joke. Fool, there fucking people dying, homie. Like, be on your point, fool. Be on point,
Right,
dog.
for
Like,
sure.
you know, dot your E's, fucking.
Yeah, make sure you walk a
swirl
straight
the
line.
E's, yeah.
Hey, but isn't it ironic, Tokes, that on the streets we join gangs because we like the desmadre, we like doing whatever we want to do, we want our freedom, and when you go to prison, you're gonna mind somebody. You're gonna follow rules, whether it's just the program or whether it's the guards giving you those rules.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Wasn't that a big shock to you?
Yeah, and I've always had a problem with authority, you know? So, yeah, it was as a kid going into, it's a culture shock, as well, so.
What now?
Yeah.
Where did your mom ever go up there and visit you? That far up there? That's a long
Susanville,
ride.
she visited me twice. A whole year she wasn't able to because I was in the hole, but she visited me twice, and Pelican Bay she visited me once for Thanksgiving.
Pops never came up.
No, Pops never came up.
Pops was pissed off.
The whole time, yeah. No, I just seen him in county a few times, and
Well, that's usually how the jefes are.
Yeah,
To be honest with you, they're like, nah, va a aprender el pendejo.
yeah. I don't know what it was, homie, but he just never came.
No, that happens quite a bit.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's just Mexican parents.
So you're up in Pelican Bay. How many years did you go up there for?
I got stuck up there for 6 years.
Oh, you did 6 years.
Yeah,
up
I
there.
did 6 years.
Now, you're in there for banging and a hot one on one of your enemies at the time, let's say, right? But now you're sitting here in prison and you're getting along with everybody.
Yeah.
How is that in your head going?
Well, like I said, when I first went in there, it wasn't like that. It was I got to Susanville. It was still, I had to be corrected. Put it like that. I picked up some fucked up klecha in county, like from older homies, like homies your age and shit. Like these motherfuckers, they're leading me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're leading you astray, homie.
Yeah, well, they're telling me to do things that they're not doing themselves. So
Yeah.
I went in there with like, I'm not gonna take no shit for nobody, and
Well, listen.
I learned real quick.
This is a lesson to young guys. When you got guys my age telling you to do that kind of shit, it's a good chance that they've never done that kind of shit. Because if they had done that kind of shit, they're gonna tell you, "Hey, homie, slow down, do this." They want you to do the right thing, homie. So that should have been a quick lesson, but you ended up figuring out the hard way, huh, Tokes?
Yeah.
Tokes stuck on that. Don't look at the comment section.
Yeah, I'm
homie.
tripping on the comments.
Don't look at the comment section. They'll get you, carnal.
Yeah.
They'll get you, man. I want you to tell me not. Usually, you'll hear people tell you, "Hey, give me a war story. What's one of the worst things?" I don't want that. This is what I want. I was talking to one of the homies. Shout out to Ray from Langdon Street. He works with me, right? Construction. He's been there for about, I don't know.
Okay.
Ray's been working with me like 5-7 years or something. Homie out the joint, same shit. Did a lot of time. And this week we were talking about it. I thought about you. He's like, Gil, man. He's like, do it, because it was cold this week, right? All of a sudden it got real cold, like yesterday or something, right? So we're at work at 6:45 in the morning. It's fucking freezing. Like, dude, it's cold. And he's like, dude, this reminds me of. He's like, when I was in Tracy, I think he was in the hall over there or something, right? He said, bro, we would come out at yard at 3 in the morning. He's like, and it depends what CO you would have. Some will be assholes that say, no thermals. So you're out there at 3 in the fucking morning with just a fucking little jumpsuit. And you're fucking freezing your ass off in that cage. And mandatory, you got to go out there. Yeah. And he's like, dude, I was out there and we're working out. But as soon as you're done, you're just fucking freezing. He's like, dude, I was there for a fucking year. I would come back to my fucking cell. And he's like, I'll hit the wall like this to warm up because the walls were warm. Then I'll fucking go hit the back. He's like, I was in hell, dude. And he's like, but those are the kind of stories that keeps him from going back to jail.
Yeah.
So what was one time that you were like in a situation like that? What the fuck, dude? Like, or did you have a nice smooth ride?
No, hell no. That shit was bumpy the whole way almost. But where I was like that, was probably there. Same fucking story in the hole. Fucking back there starving. You can only max out what at the time it was $45. I think they bumped it up to 55. So $45 of canteen. And keep in mind, for like the first 4 months, I was scared to tell my parents and my family that I was in the hole for whatever. I lied to them. I told them, hey, they get gaffled up.
The whole group or something.
Yeah, boom, took us in there. So I was starving, asking neighbors for fucking bread and fucking peanut butter and
Lo que caiga.
yeah, anything. So I was back there. Luckily, I had a celly. My celly fucking he had a girl on the team, so he was getting looked out for. He's like, "Don't trip, I eat, you eat, homie. Like we're back here together." So
That's right.
Like, so after a while, I started picking up. That's where I picked up the clutch. Like, all right, we're in this together, dog. Like,
for sure.
So finally, I started getting money in my book. And restitution, I hate paying restitution.
Hey, homie, don't commit the crime, player. Don't commit the crime.
I would get, I would ask my sister, my family.
Yeah, they take 40, 50%.
Fuck, I'm getting out of $100, I'm getting $45.
That's why you had to have the homies back then send you green dots.
Yeah, no, but in the whole, you was.
Oh yeah, you ain't getting that shit.
You need canteen, so yeah, my family, my people would send me money, and we spread back there. I had a celly, he got down, he cooked, so.
Yeah, but you were literally feeling like you were starving at times.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, and then plus going busting down for 2 hours in the fucking yard, coming back hungry as fuck.
Oh yeah, you
cold. You know what I mean, Susan? Yeah. So I'm fucking like a greyhound. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, I'm light. I'm white greyhound, like fucking.
So when you got busted, you were still the chubby kid.
No, I was like 175. Cool.
Oh, okay,
you know
so you were good.
Yeah.
But
cool.
yeah, but I think that's the stories that a lot of homies. I don't know if they don't tell, maybe because it just fucking brings back bad memories, but they don't really tell in the hood that often. The stories I hear in the hood is always, oh man, hey homie, you're gonna have a TV, you're gonna have the weight, you're gonna go to bag, you're gonna be with the fellas. But in reality, I mean, yeah, there's times that are, you're laughing, you're having a good time, but there's many more times that you're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I'm in the trenches of hell in here.
Yeah.
So you ended up pulling 15.
No, I ended up pulling 12.
You ended up pulling 12.
12 out of 15, yeah. Lost change. Thanks, Newsom.
plus some change. Now, do you have to go to board to get out?
Nah, I already had a set date. So you get your earliest, you get your earliest parole date, and then you get your latest max out.
So what year was it you got busted in?
2010.
So 2010, and you got out 21? Or 20?
What are we in?
Oh, no, 2023. Oh, you just got out last year?
Yeah,
you came out to the vid, homeboy. You came out to the end of the world.
Yeah, this is it. It's culture shock. What's up with the skinny jeans? Gil, what's up with that shit? Pink hair? Really?
Well,
that's what we're doing out here now?
You came out. What it is, you know what that is, bro? That is...
Tekashi.
No, that's not even Tekashi. That is big, huge corporations that influence rap guys. They give them this gear like the Gucci, like this, like that. And those rap guys turn around and influence the young people to wear them. Because, yeah, come on. I mean, some of that shit, like,
yeah.
But they wear it, homie. A lot of homies. Well, you see the homies now. They got the Tor jeans.
Yeah.
They got that little. I'm not down with it. I get it. I
mean, to each their own, but I mean. Damn,
but you know where that style really came from? That style really came from, if you can look at YouTube old videos of rockers back in the late 80s. Like whether it was I think Skid Row was one of the Motley Crue. These vatos look like ladies, dude. They had the long blonde hair with the tight jeans, and then that's where the rappers went to, homie. And the rap has a lot of influence, homie, and that's what it is. But yeah, nah. Over here, luckily I can say here in the Valle, the homies, they really don't rock that way. What I saw with you guys up there, the homies weren't looking like that at all.
No.
There was maybe one or two in the cut that,
Yeah, probably all the way in the back, huh? All the way in the back.
No, but like I want to say, there's who does it a lot, some guys from LA, nothing major, don't get upset at me, but the Valleros over here.
Oh, you're gonna get trolled, homie. That shit.
No, they troll me anyways, homie. No eres cholo, eres cholo. They'll figure some way to troll, but now out here, like my homies, they don't really dress like that. I'm sure there's a few, but how about you, homie? How about you came out a couple years wearing they were, huh?
Huh? Me?
A couple of your homies? Nah, you can't be that.
I was like me.
You can't be all tatted down with the skinny jeans, homie.
Nah. I got a few little homies, dog. You know what I mean? Like one or two, I'm just like, hey, okay, the hair, huh?
But you know what I used to actually like
the Edgars, dog. That's what they.
Oh, the Edgars are with the business, though.
Yeah,
fool,
yeah,
but the
yeah.
no quema cup, but no bust on you, fool.
Yeah.
But I used to, even when I was coming out of white, I used to fucking frown on fools that had fades like this, fool. Because I used to be like, all of a sudden you want to get a fade. Homie.
Yeah.
Come on, like, well, either we'll have slick back hair, like
Yeah.
regular hair, or we'll be fucking pelones. Homie.
Yeah.
So the trend changes a little bit, but it's still the same game to a point. But let's talk about some of your tattoos. Homie, were you doing that stuff in there, or?
Yeah, all my tattoos are from prison.
They don't look too shabby, homie. You had some good ink.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. The homies hooked it up.
Did you go in there with any tattoos at all when you first went in?
I had an IE on my chest and the sick minded on my hands. That's it.
What's sick minded? Homie?
Just some little shit that I fucking thought of. Like, I'm sick minded.
And what you got right here?
This is an E, for the city and shit.
Yeah, you gotta work on that one. It looks like an L a little bit.
Yeah, it's the beard.
Ink, it's because the ink also
it spreads.
The prison ink spreads, right?
Yeah.
So you never get in trouble when it's tattoos in the joint, homie? They don't trip on that.
Yeah, when I was in Susanville, I was 18. I was up there with the Northerners. I got a big old 13 in the back of my head and shit. And the homies called me on it, and we went from there. And shit.
Tokes was he was going against the grain a little bit.
No, not going against. I didn't have the clutch of that. I didn't fully grasp the dynamics of prison. I just see Northerners with 14s on them, and I was like, oh, I'm from down south, so I'm gonna get a 13.
Well.
You know what I mean? So
it comes with a price.
Yeah, so we went from there and shit. But yeah, you know what? And I keep getting asked like in a professional setting, like mostly white people.
Yes.
When they find out like, oh, you've been in the joint, do you regret it? I'm like man, fuck, I can't sit here and cry over spoiled milk. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I can't. Like, is molding me into who I am today.
Well, let me ask you a more important question. Not that you regret it, did you learn anything?
Yeah. No.
What'd you learn?
How to make spreads.
No, but did you learn anything I know, but did you learn anything as far as not wanting to go back?
Yeah, I mean, fuck. I wish I could tell you but I'd be lying to you because I got out here and fucking started fucking up my first 6 months. Me, I'm the type of individual where if I feel it's hard for me to transition back into society.
Listen,
it's a process.
Let me somewhat tell you how I see you. I got a couple homies that have worked with me. I won't say their names, but same thing, homie. Came out the joint. I'm not saying this is exactly your story, but this is what I've seen. Homies that came out the joint and they just you got that mentality, right? And then you see a couple homies in the hood that ain't acting the right way or ain't doing the right thing, so you start pressing up on them. There's a couple homies that there was a group of my homies that came out maybe 5-6 years ago, right? Started getting the hood cracking again, right? Let's say. Out of all 5, one of them ended up telling, hey, fool, we would roll. They would actually work with me, right? And they would roll in their own car. I would roll in mine. But I would put them on, show them how to work. One of my homies that was kind of reminds me of you, he would go with them all the time after work, but then they would start getting into their madness, right? And then one day I'm going home from work and the homie gets in my truck, opens the door. What's up, fool? He said, I'm going home with you. I said, what's good? He's like, I don't want to go back to jail, fool. Straight up, I don't want to go back to jail. I said, fuck it, let's roll. They're still the homies. I still see them drink a beer. What's up at work, whatever. But it's just that hard transition for a lot of you guys that come out of prison to depressurize. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
And like you said, yeah, the first 6 months to a year, it's this, homie. You're going like this, and after that 6 months to a year, Tokes, you got that fork in the road, homie.
Well, yeah, you got to keep in mind 12 years of my life, so it's I still want to party. I want to have fun. I want to do this and that. But now I got restrictions again from parole, so.
Well, you should.
Yeah, and I mean to an extent, it's helped me stay in the right path.
Well, that's a mistake. Usually, guys who only do a small stretch is make that mistake. I used to only do 2 years at a time, come out, whatever. And I would come out, and this is an issue that a lot of guys that come out of prison, they have that mentality. You said, "Oh man, I still want to party. I still want to do it." Like, wait a minute. You just lost 12 years of your life, homie. That was 12 years that you could have been partying, doing this, doing that. Yeah. That is the price you pay. What you have to do now is put in that work, like how you put in the hood, put in that work into your life, and you're gonna get that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if not, you're gonna end up back over there doing the fucking workouts.
Yeah. All that starving. You got peanut butter? You know what I mean?
Talking about you're gonna be trying to watch American Cholo on somebody else's fucking $2,000 phone, homeboy. Like, hey, look, I did an interview over there. That fool told me to take this road.
Yeah,
but it's difficult. It's difficult, homie. But it's just, amárrate los huevos, and it's like, you know what?
That's what it is. It's part of being a man. You know what I mean? And I learned that the hard way. Like, I got out and fell back into fucking certain things. You know what I mean? Started getting back in.
Yeah, I get that.
And the desmadre and shit. But my parole officer, shout out to my PO if he's watching. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm just making music, dog.
That's right. Yeah, for sure, homie.
So at the time he put me on an ankle monitor, I was fucking up, and he called me on my bullshit. You know, he called me on my bullshit, put me on an ankle monitor. I chopped it off. Went on the run. Yeah, I went on the run.
Oh, you were acting a fucking fool then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My first few months, I was
you were like, I just did 12. I don't need to be back on this kind of shit.
That and I got back into drugs. You know, I was doing my thing, and then doing my thing became into this thing, and then
let's just do one real pase and let's go. And then
it was bad, you know. So that happened, and it was a rude awakening for me. You know what I mean? Because I was away from all that shit. You know, up in the Bay and all that shit, like, you know, so up north, and when I get out, now it's like, man, this shit's like by the dozens. Like, fuck, homie. I'm just getting like here. I'm just like, damn. So wherever I fucking and I'm going on the run. Now I'm going fucking Momo to Momo. Fucking fuck mine's off with my family, and now I'm just surviving. You know, back at Momo's and shit, and my people calls me. I blocked them.
You blocked him on the gram, fool.
Yeah, I blocked him on the phone. He's like, "Hey, turn yourself in." You know what I mean? Turn yourself in. Like, we could put you in the program. Fucking halfway home.
He's working with you.
Yeah, but and that's one thing about Riverside County that I noticed is kind of like, well, LA is way more lenient, dog. Because from what I hear, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, because of some of the new policies.
Yeah, but in Riverside, they work with you as well. You know, you're not but I'm taking advantage of it, dog. You know what I mean? I'm just like, oh, fuck.
And you know you are.
Yeah, I'm high. I'm fucking having fun. I'm only running around and shit.
No fuck's given right now.
Yeah, but that fun turned into no fun, you know? So
yeah, there you go.
So I ended up getting the onda real quick. Like, I was like, fuck this. I ended up having one of those like fucking moments, dog, where I'm just looking around and I was just like, the fuck am I doing? How much I just did 12, dog? I was fucking. Was a what do you call it?
It's an epiphany, fool.
Epiphany. There you go.
An epiphany, carnal.
Yep. And it's just like, you know, and I was like, man, I remember my PO was like, yeah, I'm gonna turn myself in tomorrow. Block. And I went on like that for like 1 week or 2 more weeks, and I finally said, you know what, I'm gonna turn myself into a program. I'm gonna have them call my PO like, hey, I'm doing a program. So I did that, and that program fucking helped me. Like, it kind of helped me pivot my life. You know, it helped me pivot again. You know what I mean? I should have been from the start, like, but that type of individual where you tell me the stove's hot, I'm gonna go touch it.
No, but it's understandable. Like, from where I sit and from where I know with the homies, it's definitely understandable, homie. Especially where you just came out from, and like you said, you know, you got all this shit in front of you now, where before you're not seeing it and stuff, and you're kind of feeling like, you know, I've lost all these years, I need to make it up. But then you go back into it, and like you said, after you're like, wait a minute, this is just not as fun as it was before. This is because you're a little bit older now.
That's what it is, I think. You know, I grasped it a little better, and I seen what it really was, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
How was your mom's because you came out? I'm sure mom's was happy as hell, because no mom wants to see her son in prison.
Fuck no, and that's kind of what hurt the most. You know, was my mom's.
I bet.
You know, the disappointment all over again. You know what I mean? So it was like kind of like, you know, she had she done her best, so she was just like, you know what? You're on your own now, dog. Like, you're a grown. You're a grown man, homie. Like, you can't be here in this house.
And she's absolutely right.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, you know, fucking started living Momo to Momo, fucking all that good stuff.
So, when was it when you got out of that program?
Shit, what was it? September last year. September. It was a like a 5-month program, I believe.
Oh shit! It was a 5-month program, but you needed that.
Yeah, I needed it. That's how I ended up landing this job in Orange County. I ended up doing good. Now I'm fucking.
So now you're kind of getting into the groove of life out here.
Yeah, now I'm on how people say I'm on grown man shit. You know, just job, car, fucking bills, and.
So how's the Jefa now with you?
We got a way better report now. You know, she's more trustworthy. I get to see my niece and fucking like my family, they all fucking like.
I mean, but I'm sure they're rooting for you.
No, yeah, they're rooting for me for sure.
Y tu papá?
But also, yeah, they're all on my corner. You know, they've been from day one.
Yeah, they've been. You just don't know it at times.
At times you gotta get blurred, you know. But
yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. You're blurred. You're in that desmadre.
Yeah.
You're in that selfishness, but at the same time, I don't care. Because most of the time when you're in that, it's because you don't really care about yourself. It's I don't know with this last time, but you know, when I was running the streets, I know. Believe it or not, whether we think we got that respect, we have very low self-esteem because if we're ready to die for the hood, we're ready to kill for the hood, we're ready to do all that for the hood because you know we kind of believe that you know that we're nothing and we're not gonna be nothing and this is all that life has to offer. But eventually, you know, the more you start looking at life, you realize that there is much more for life to offer. Was that the Fedo? Pio? No,
yeah, no, blocked them.
So now you've been doing your shit since you got out of the program. What kind of program was that?
It was like it was a little bit of anger management, like kind of like trying to get you back into
life skills.
Yeah, like a halfway home type shit, you know.
So you guys would actually have like group therapy and stuff.
Yeah, group therapy, single therapy, that type of shit, like you know, that type of shit.
Were you like standoffish at first?
Yes. Yeah, you know, I mean, a lot of it helped, you know, a lot of it helped, but there's still something. I got my walls up, you know. Like,
yeah, well, of
there's
course.
that. It comes out with that connotation, like, oh, you know, with mental health. Like, nah, I'm not crazy. I'm good.
Well, you definitely have. Everybody who's gone to jail has a certain type of PTSD. I mean,
yeah,
especially,
I'm sure of it,
especially somebody like you who's done that much time. You're I mean, you're never gonna go in and come out the same way you went in.
Yeah,
there's just no way.
No, and that's where the problems with my family came as well. You know, they expected me as a 16-year-old kid, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, dude. You went in as you were a morro when you got
so
busted.
in their eyes, in their mind, they're looking at me as a 16-year-old kid, but I pretty much grew up in prison. I grew up in the system, like, and before then, in and out, group homes and camp and fucking all that good stuff, you know.
So how I mean, the program is the one that's helped you transition a lot because when you came out. I mean, shit, yeah, you were fucking 16, homie. So, I mean, you were still a grown man, but I'm sure somewhere along the line, your mentality was still kind of like a young guy.
Yeah. Well, one of the parts I missed was my own homies told me to turn myself in. You know, they and that's why I got a lot of love and respect from my homeboys. Some of them, not all of them. Some of them.
That's just the hood in general, homeboy.
I was to the point where I thought, you know, I didn't need them. I didn't need nobody, so I was on my own and riding around and fucking one of my homeboys, shout out to Shy Boy, you know. He pulled me to the side. He said, "Hey, homie, like, just turn yourself in, dog. Like, get clean and fucking get your mind right, homie. Go to this program, dog. Get a fucking job, homie, and I'm gonna show you how to live, dog. Like, you know." And he was out for like already like 12 years, so. In a way, I looked up to that, you know, like, oh, okay, you still, you know what I mean? You're from
that's the mentor.
And it's possible. It's possible to go through all this shit, be a gang member, whatever the fuck you go through, homie, and still have your house.
Aquí estamos,
there you go.
Aquí estamos, güey.
American Cholo. You know
that's how we do it, homeboy. And that's the kind of mentor I try to be the homies. You know, people sometimes say that, you know, same with me. Oh, you're glamorizing. Oh, you're like today I put a picture of me back in the days and I was saying, no, this was me back when I was out walking around with the strap. It was mandatory. But I put that there because then youngsters can look at that and say, damn, Gil was that guy. And my little homies know I was that guy. But now I'm the guy working. I'm doing this. In other words, we can all change. I mean, how we begin doesn't necessarily dictate how we're gonna end it, homie.
Yeah.
And that's what we gotta do because, I mean, come on, homie. It's when it comes down to it, it's about family. It's about life.
At the end of the day, yeah, that's what it is. It's about living, homie. And I don't see it as, and that's why I mentioned, like, I'm not trying to glorify none of this shit or none of my history, but these are all facts and it's part of my journey to where I am right now. So my thing is not to. I'm fucking this big bad fucking gangster killer fucking no, it's just my story is fuck. I ran into hundreds of homies, real solid homies in prison that if not worse, walk through the same route that I'm going through. You know what I mean? That I'm thinking I'm having a fucking hard ass time doing 15 years, homie. My boy fucking from Pico Viejo got fucking 25 years. I got 14 years old, 13 years. Like it's like, you know, things like that. It really shapes me into be like, oh, well, maybe this shit ain't that bad, you know? I'm fucking just keep doing my rutina and keep pushing, you know? So
yeah, especially when you run into them lifers in there that would sit
and that's another thing. Oh, that's another thing when I got to the Bay was I learned the term, do you have a date? Level 3s ain't like that. Level 3s, everybody got a date. You see, like, it was at the time, it was rare to see, like, homies doing life on level 3s, you know? Like, at the time, this was when I got there 2012. So all the lifers are pretty much on level 4s.
Shit.
So I get to level 4, and yeah, it's one of the first questions they asked me when I introduced myself in the yard. They're like, "You got a date?"
You're like, what the?
I'm like, "A date?"
Where we going out?
Yeah, but you know, it process. So I'm like, "Yeah, I got a date." You know, so I learned to say the same shit.
Yeah, I got a
to
date.
see who I'm talking to see, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because a lot of those guys don't have dates.
Nah.
I mean, they got all day.
Yeah. One of the things that was like pushing to my head, like don't talk about when you get home in front of like life and all that good stuff, you know? So that's yeah, so it was I'm grateful for Pelican Bay. That's where I was still fucking up, but a lot of the OGs, you'd be surprised. You think prisoners, like you hear prison and you're thinking like, oh, all these fools are fucking just savage and fucking like, nah. A lot of them guided me and mentored me and they pushed me to get my education in college. I got my diploma. So it was.
I say this a lot, and it's true. There is so many smart guys that are in prison.
Talented,
very talented individuals. It's just they went down the same route that you went down, but they got life, or they went down the same route I went, but instead of me saying I got lucky and went this way, they got life in prison. And those guys are the same guys that could be out here running a company, being in politics, like real politics,
real.
being part of society, but it's just, the hand they were dealt, and they ended up, going that way.
No.
But that's why I try to, I try to bring guys like you and homies in here, but not to glamorize it, but to show other guys, hey, homie, this is a struggle, but in reality, this is the way we should go. The way should be taking care of business, taking care of family. You can live like a gangster, homie. You can go to the club, you can do all that. You don't gotta be a gang member. You don't gotta go out there and kill one another, because at the end, the same vato you're trying to kill, you might kill. You're gonna be kicking with his homie in the joint, homie.
Yeah,
you might be walking the track with that.
That's facts. I was as a matter of fact, I was sold up to one of my enemies in Old Folsom. That's where I paroled to. I did my last 8 months right there, and Bouncer, shout out to little Bouncer homie from EVL. You know what I mean? I was sold up with him. Good ass homie, dog. Like solid.
Now you met him there in the prison yard?
Yeah, I met him in Folsom.
So how was that? You're walking.
It was awkward.
At first.
Yeah, at first. You know, I was in the fish roll, and I get a care package. Boom. Boom. Hey, this is from your homie Bouncer. I'm like, Bouncer? I don't got a homie named Bouncer, dog.
Oh shit.
But
that's Big Bounce?
No, that's my little brother Bandit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's free Bandit. You know what I mean? That's my little brother. But yeah, Bouncer fucking yeah, he was cool. Fucking.
So you just pulled up, and then you got
I'm in fish roll. I ain't got shit.
You got the paquete coming through from the homie Bounce.
The homie shot me some fucking expensive ass sausages.
Took care of you.
That's like a fucking you know what I mean?
That's like a steak.
Yeah,
homie.
dog. I'm like, ooh, this fool just shot me a summer sausage, homie, spicy. Fuck. Hey, bro, we're gonna hook up a spread right now, you know. So he looked out with some shorts, some fucking yard clothes, shoes, and
Had he
shit.
already been down for a minute too?
Him, yeah, he's been down for a minute. He's a lifer. So.
Oh, he's a lifer.
Yeah.
How much older was he than you?
Fuck, he was what, like 31? I was shit. Nah, I'm lying. He was like 34. I was 29 at the time. 28,
Okay.
27, 28.
And he's doing life, but you're coming in there, and he's looking at you as you should. You're a homie.
Yeah, he's looking at me as hometown.
Yeah.
Signed off, hometown.
Straight up.
Elsinore thing, you know. So it's I go in. Yeah, he looks out and shit. Fucking, I end up hitting the line, first yard. Get with him, write him back. Hey, gracias, homie. Thank you for
Appreciate
fucking
that.
the love, yeah. You know, at this time I'm already fucking schooled. You know, I just came from fucking.
By that time, you're on
so
a
I'm
different.
like, I'm on a whole nother tip, dog. I'm more like, all right, the homie, dog. Good looking out, fool. You know, and I hit the yard, spin some laps, fucking chopping it up about fucking old hood rats and fucking all that good stuff. You know
the
what I mean?
Elsinore, homie. You guys talking about the blocks.
Yeah,
and
we
shit.
talking about all that good stuff.
You guys roam the same area.
Yeah. So you know this, you know that. Yeah. So, you know, it's a small ass town. So we make connections real quick. So we ended up selling up together. He ended up boosting. He was on the level 2. I was on the 3 yard. He ended up boosting his points.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, he didn't on purpose. It just happened.
It just
you know what I mean?
happened.
Yeah, organically. You know, this was just ended up
Organically. Get
yeah,
the points up.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just prison shit. And he gives me a heads up like 6 months. He's like, hey, I'm gonna be moving to your building, dog. Like, move me in, you know. So at the time, I Sally, a topper from Northside Bowling, he was bouncing out to
Big bowling. Shout out to the homies from bowling.
Yo, shout out. I got a lot of boys from bowling.
Oh, yeah.
East side and north side.
That's
Shout
right.
out. So they end up going to Yeah, he ends up leaving. I pull a bouncer in there. Boom. Now we're shut up. Fucking ass. I left him there when I went home.
How many months were you with him?
Shit. For like 6 months. Yeah.
So you start your journey as a young gang member. You catch a hot one. You go running it for about 11 years, some change. And now your last 6 months in prison, you're celled up with somebody you're supposed to be hating on the streets. And you're somebody you're
Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some
Ain't
shit?
that some shit?
That's the game, homie.
Yeah. And I mean, and you know what? Well, you know what's a beautiful thing, Gil, is that mentality is spreading out here. Dog.
Yes.
Especially in
Let's
our
talk
area
about
right
it.
now. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, I left them there. Boom, I get out. So before I gotta give props where props is due. So I'm there. You know, I got a little cuerno action. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm dabbling. But at this time, I'm already rapping, dog. So I'm already like writing shit down. I'm like fucking into it. You know. I'm getting a validation from other homies. That's what pumped me in. That's fueled me to come out here and be like, I got it, dog. You know, because while I was in there, the homies be like, hey, fool, you got something, dog. Like, get out there, pursue it, homie, pursue it. So I'm a porter in Folsom, so I'm at fucking homies' doors. Like, put that beat on, dog. I got something for you right here. Like, tell me what you think. You know, tell me the honest truth and shit. And they'll gas me up. They're gassing me up. Like, fool, you got something. Get out of here, dog.
They're liking it.
Yeah, they're liking it. So. I sent it to my homie Wino, Big Wino. He's a lifer. He's one of my G homies from the hood. He's in a Calipat at the time. So he's like, hey, but when you get out, fool, I'm already got you hooked up with one of the homies. He's a local rapper, White Sane. He has a little setup. Get out, fool, spit that shit, homie. You know, so I get out and I get in contact with him. He contacts me with him, boom, and yeah. So shout out to Big Wino. He's the one that fucking kind of led me into that direction, you know, out here, like as far as recording.
As far as get the game.
Yeah, because I fucking mic, homie, technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How to plug this shit in? Dog,
You got
know
no clue.
Yeah, nah, but joking aside, yeah, Big Wino's the one that
Shout out to Big Wino.
plugged me in to the music and shit, kind of. So
But I saw that, and that's why I wanted to really pull up with Nueve and what he was doing, because some people were, oh, Gil, you over there with a bunch of gang members. I said, what? See,
like
people,
that, yeah.
people who want to hate, people who don't know what that life is about. A lot of times they'll see where I go and they'll sit there and, oh, you're just hanging out with a bunch. No, what I see my homies, man. I see guys from different neighborhoods that sometimes won't get along. We'll be out there killing each other, doing this, but they're actually coming together for the greater good of all of us, homie.
Yeah.
And that's what we talk about, right? We talk about unifying one another. We talk about, coming. You can put it in. It's not in the scene. That's why they're there. Push it forward. Pass the line. Pass the wire.
that's the wire. You're cool.
Thank you, homie.
This was trying to get me drunk, huh?
I don't know if he might take you on a date, carnal.
Serio, dog? That's what we're doing.
But that's what I see, fool. Anytime, like when you first walked in, you were like, yeah, you were just kicking with the homies. I was like, yeah, that's what I see, homie. When I see you, I see one of my homies. When I see these guys, I see one of my homies. I don't care what hood you from, homie. To me, it's this: if you're good in your hood, you're good with me.
Yeah.
Straight up, people say, hey, who can go to the handball tournament? If you're good in your hood, homie.
Hey, and I respect that because. You could interpret that what you just said in a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how I feel as well. Like so shit, I'm with that. That's why that's kind of what gravitated me towards you and shout out to the homie Soulfly. He pulled me to give you that shout out and so cause I'm a shy person, dog. You know what I mean? So it's like but if I trust my homies, they're the ones that kind of like invested in me. Like homie Ghost right here, he spent a lot of production money and set up his whole little shop. He sent me a little booth in his house.
The homies are investing in themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what we got to do. We have to invest in ourselves. We have to invest in our people. But we also got to, bring okay, there is a good part of the jail mentality, which is stick together, work with one another. Because
uplift each other.
Because
it's crabs in a bucket, dog.
Yes,
it is.
Homie.
When it comes, especially with homies, dog. Like, you know what I mean? For years, it's been like that. Like,
yeah, and there's no future in that shit, homies. You're going to be back in the cell.
Yeah.
Look at you're the perfect example. And then at the end of the trip, you're there with somebody you're supposed to hate.
Yeah.
But the only reason you hate them is because you're a young guy and somebody told you these are our enemies. We hate them. But in reality, you don't even know them.
Yeah,
And a lot of young guys, they're just following our footsteps. But the great thing that's happening in our community, which is the cholo again, whatever you want to call it, is we're coming out now out of jail, like people like you, and you're spitting that, and you're showing like, hey, homie, we're not that much different. Whereas when guys were getting out of jail in the 90s, even in the early 2000s, they're still spitting that, hey, homie, woo, running that game on you, like, fuck them vatos, this and that. You go to the homie. Now homies are coming out of jail, like, hey, fool, don't go to jail. We can live out here.
Yeah,
we can live that same. We can live that same good lifestyle, homie. Like I said, we can go to the club still.
I think what it is when you're in there, it's a whole nother cha-cha. It's like you're my enemy. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't realize that. When shit cracks in prison, it cracks. So it's like, if you're my celly or you're my homie or if you're running under the same flag, it's like I rely on you as much as you rely on me, and we got each other. So,
but we're running on the same flag out here.
Yeah, exactly. And don't get me wrong, it's hard for me as well.
Oh, of course.
Especially once I'm getting out here, is meeting somebody that especially I had beef with or something is like, my heart starts pumping. It's like, so that first interaction is like, whatever you give me, I'm gonna give you type shit. So I'm still at the end of the day that side is still there, but I'm open to approach things more diplomatically. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
All right, and that's how we grow. Like, that's how we better, like you said, better the community.
Well, that's what it is. I mean, one of the hardest things, and the same homie that I was talking to you about the one that got in my truck and said, hey, fool, I'm going home with you. Why? Because you don't want to go to jail. Him himself, for a while, he couldn't say this. I don't bang, homie. Those were the hardest words I had ever had to say in my life, fool. I'm not saying you're saying that yet. Those were the hardest words that people don't understand that. I don't bang. That doesn't mean I'm a punk. That doesn't mean I'm not good in my hood. That means that from here on out, I'm still from my city, homie. I'm still from North Hollywood. I'll never say I'm not. But that when I say I don't bang, that means, guess what? That means I'm not going to die for this shit anymore. But that also means I'm not going to kill for this shit.
Okay.
That's what it means. It means right now, I'm looking at you as a brother, regardless of where you're from, as long as you don't come with that bullshit. If you come with that bullshit, then it is what it is. I get that all day long. And that's something that's so hard for us to sit there and say. And I think, as gang members, those are the hardest words to ever say. Homie.
Yeah.
It is.
I've had a few homies that, you know what I mean? They put their flags down and okay, so there's a lot of negative connotation to Christians in prison and all that good stuff, right? So I was one of those persons that went against that, like, fool, you're running this, like, homie, like, and it'll hurt me, like, I'll take it so personal, like, but like I said, over the years, homie, you grow to mature your mind and shit, and it's like, you just want better for yourself, but to each their own.
This is the problem when it's when it comes to the Christian homies. They have a bad rap because there's, I don't know about a lot, but even I saw it. There's many homies that would use the Christian card, and then as soon as they come out here, they're shooting up dope, they're doing this, they're back in the game all of a sudden with the business. So I think that's why a lot of people would sit there and give that a bad look. But I've also seen guys in the county jail that are reading the fucking Bible, like, straight Cristiano out, and then, hey, homie, it's gonna crack off. And then they put the shit down. They put their botas on, like, we riding with the homies.
And I respect that. You know what I mean? Because it's like, how do I say this? You go into prison and you kind of more or less know what you're signing up for.
Oh, you kind of think.
Yeah, you kind of think, right? You kind of think, until you're in the shit. So I respect that, like, individual like that. And yeah, getting out here is a whole nother cha-cha as well.
Yeah, but I like when people, if they become Christians and they commit to that, more power to them. I mean, to me, more power to them. I don't look at it as, oh, these vatos are lame. These vatos are
no. They stuck to what they believed in and they ran with it.
A lot of times, what it is we need something to not hold on to, but we need to be part of something. So a lot of time homies are like, they're part of the game, this and that. So now they become part of this game because they need to belong to something. And I understand that as a former gangbanger, I definitely understand you got to be part of something. Me, I get my fix from the hood from vatos like you. Going to the block, saying what's up to the homies. That I get my fix, homie. You know what I'm talking about.
That. Hell yeah.
That's how I get my fix from the hood, homie. Because I'm still here. I'm a few blocks away. People could talk all this shit, but I'm still here. But that's how I get my.
You're well in your hood, like you know what I mean.
Like I said, the handball tournament. If you're good in your hood, you can go to the handball tournament. If you ain't good in the hood, then you cannot go. But that just because why? This ain't politicking because if you ain't good in your hood, homie, you gotta be a piece of work. Not to be able to be walk to your hood, homie. You gotta be a piece of you gotta do some shiesty ass shit.
Yeah,
If
to your homies. Yeah, if your homies are turning their back on you, your own homies are like, yeah, you gotta.
If your homies turn their back on you, homie, you're a piece of work.
It's more of a character thing, you know.
Yes,
so it's
some
like if
people
your
don't
own
understand
homies,
it,
yeah.
they think you're homie.
It has nothing to do with politics, but
It means this. It means your credit score is very much down, homie.
Yeah.
And there's something wrong with that.
You're liable to steal my shit and help me look for it.
Thank you. Thank you, homie.
That type of shit. Yeah.
That type of shit, homie. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think you're trying. Nah, homie. If you ain't good in your hood, there's something wrong, homie.
Yeah.
Because your own homies that you grew up with as a kid, that they've known you from 14 years old, that you've gone to jail with, that all kind of shit, will sit there and say, "Oh, fuck that guy. I don't want him around here."
No.
You think I want him around me?
Hell no.
Hell no, right? So let's talk about the Paris fucking
The
block
block
party
party?
over there, homeboy.
Yeah, that was lit, homie. That was you missed the performances and shit, but
Oh no, I didn't want the police to arrest me, homeboy.
Yeah.
I went over.
It was hot. Paris was hot.
It was a gangster party, homie.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. It was a gangster party,
Yeah,
but it was. I got nothing but love, homie. I mean, when I got there had to been 50, 60 homies at least when I first got there, and that was just the beginning. And
Tattoos and bald heads.
Puro cholotes.
Yeah.
It was funny because my sister-in-law, one of my cousin's ex-wife was there. She went with her daughter, and after that we went to Temecula, to Old Town Temecula. We had some drinks. We were chopping up, and they were like, you know, a lot of times they asked me questions. Hey, Gil, how do you feel around like all that? Because they were a little standoffish, like, oh shit, dude, this is a gangster party. They haven't been in this shit since the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel at home.
Yeah, nice.
I don't feel awkward around the homies because
Nah, I seen you. You were in there fucking, you know what I mean, grooving, homie. Hey, what's up, man? You want some stickers? You know?
yeah, no, like I said, my gift is I haven't forgotten how it was when I was young.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten the love that I had for the hood, homie. And I still got that love for the hood. But like I said, but instead of destroying my hood and destroying other vatos' hoods, I'm trying to uplift the hood. And I'm trying to be that guy that, yeah, dude, I was that vato. Yeah, I was doing all of this mare. But that's why I can be that guy who sit there and say, we need to stop this. We need to slow this down. You know? And I think that what you guys are doing out there in the IE is a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
You vatos are really starting to bring it all together, homeboy. And how are you guys bringing all that thing together, homeboy?
Well, I kind of fell into it, you know. I just paroled, so when I got out, I seen the roll call, and I remember I sent a message to Big Ten, like, hey, homie, like, you know, next time, like, let me get in on the El Sonora needs to be represented too, you know. We got something out here, but shout out to Big Tams because
shout out to Tams, homeboy. That's
right.
That's
my boy right there. That's my
the
dog.
homie right
You know what I
there.
mean? So it was because of him that I ended up joining the crime family. So I'm you know, Mr. Criminal, but I'm gonna walk into that right now.
Tell Mr. Criminal to fucking answer his DMs, homeboy. I hit. No, it was funny. I saw him on my DM not too long ago. I said, check your DM. He hasn't checked it. I hit that fool up, and no, this is like hit him up. I hit him up like in if you look, he's gonna look at his DM after he watches this interview, or you tell him. I hit his DM like in 2020, nothing major. Let's say, what's up, Mr. Criminal? My name's Gil, American Cholo, with you a whoop, come through. I don't feel any kind of way like when people, because I know people get busy and gets lost, but no, that's a dope thing, homie. Mr. Criminal's doing his thing out there, putting you
Mr.
homies
Criminal's
on.
helping, homie.
Yeah,
he's I know when I met him, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. So at this block party, no, you're talking about the Unity. So I get out, I see the roll call. I'm like, damn, homie, there's a lot of vatos in this shit. You know, there's a lot of homies. So yeah, I started doing my music, doing locally. You know, El Sonora and fucking boom. Let me see, what's the first feature? It was Nueve. Me and Nueve got in contact again. We started chopping it up. Now we talk every day, homie.
You hadn't seen that fool in years, huh?
I haven't seen him since Van Horn boot camp. They closed that shit
Horn
down. Riverside,
boot
yeah.
camp. So dope.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I haven't seen him since then. I think we were 16. And yeah, so now we fucking re-clicked and shit. Started fucking talking, chopping it up and shit. And he's like, hey, fool, let's make some music, homie. He's like, this is how I know like things change, homie, because Nueve, he was helping me get set up as an artist as far as like the legal side, you know, like the payment side, like DistroKid, all that. He's like, hey, bro, I got you, dog.
Putting you on game.
Yeah, he's like, this is what you need, this is what you need, this is what you need. So I'm like, fuck, all right, homie. Most of my music is still on YouTube, you know.
You had no clue.
Nah, I'm. So he explains me the situation. I'm like, all right, cool, hell yeah, fool. So yeah, he sends me a beat. He saw this is, and he's like, just guide it, and I'll get on the second verse. So, you know, me and him do. I got mine. Me, him, and the homie Bullet. Bullet Load Up from Paris. You know, I go to their studio. He invites me to Paris. You know, I roll up. At the time, like I'm still wary. You know, wary. Like I'm like, oh, I'm going to Paris, homie. Like,
you still...
it's a new environment. But it's like I'm like that with any new environment. I just gotta fill it out first. You know. So I go in and it's all welcoming, homie. It's like, oh, this. I feel like I feel like I'm back in the joint with the homies.
That's right.
So I'm like, oh, okay, hell yeah, dog. Like I'm feeling it. We make a fucking banger, homie. I got mine. Check it out. It's on YouTube, on Apple right now. So it's on all platforms and shit. So get on there, do my thing. He does his thing. Bullet Load Up came with the hook and boom, we take off from there. I started releasing like solo shit. I did it's called High Class Step and it's on YouTube. I did my video. It's a solo video and then exclusive shot that from Paris. That's my boy now, dog. Like so these guys are from Paris, homie, and I'm real cool now with exclusive Nueve Bullet Load Up.
Funny how that works, huh?
Yeah, out here though, so it's like exclusive gets at me like, hey, fool, your shit's dope. He shared it on his story. I'm like, okay, hell yeah, dog. Like he's like, yeah, let's work on a video. So he shoots. At this time, I'm doing solo shit, so I get at Big Temps. I'm like, hey, you know, I got this track, homie. It'll sound real dope if you get on it, fool. Like, we're talking some real shit. So he jumps on the track, and then we make another banger. And exclusive, he's like, yeah, we're gonna shoot this. So he comes to El Sonoro. I got the whole lowrider scene right there, Patrones Car Club right there. That they've been supporting my career as well, you know, as an artist. Patrones Car Club. So they're there. The mini trucks are there. Fucking homies there, and we shoot a fucking sick ass scene. This shit hasn't dropped yet. It's gonna drop.
It hasn't dropped it.
Nah, it's gonna drop under Mr. Criminal's channel.
All right. Dope.
So this is gonna be like my first as a crime family artist. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be so exclusive shoots hit, boom, and my music got to the right ears. You know, it got to Big Temps. He heard it and he told me like, hey, you got something, fool. Like when he recorded his verse, he invited me to Mr. Criminal's studio. This is the first time I meet Mr. Criminal, you know, and Mr. Criminal is somebody that I listened to when I was younger, dog.
Oh, yeah, like, for sure.
Mr. Shadow, Mr. Criminal, all the Chicano rap.
They were all
artists.
the misters back then, huh, boy?
Yeah. So when I meet him, I'm like, you know,
I know this vato from watching him,
from listening to his shit. So I tell him like straight up like this, like, hey, I don't want to write, you know what I mean? But hey, homie, I listen to your shit, dog. You know what I mean? You inspired me, homie, kind of fucking
right, of course.
All that shit, you know what I mean? So, yeah, he heard the banger and yeah, it was history from there, you know what I mean? It went from there and fucking. So
are you signed under his label?
Yeah,
right
I'm under the Crime Family Entertainment. Shout out to Crime Family, you know what I mean?
Right,
New Death Row, baby.
The New Death Row, yeah. That's right. So you signed to him and then you did that video. When is it dropping?
It's dropping soon. We're working on new projects right now. Working on my album. As a matter of fact, I might go after this. I'm gonna tap in with him, see what's up.
Yeah, tell him check his DM
to the studio. Yeah.
Tell him check his DM. Nah, my Mr. Criminal doing his thing, and he's been doing it for a minute, homeboy.
Yeah, but now he's more from what I'm seeing, and this is what kind of gravitated me toward Crime Family is he's about uplifting as well, artists, homie. Like
he is, homie.
There's a lot of other artists like myself, homie, that you know what I mean, that are talented. And he took a shot with me, you know what I mean? He took a shot with me, like, come on. Because of Big Temps. He vouched for me. Nowadays, you need a vouch, you know what I mean?
Well, like anything.
Yeah, like anything else.
You need a plug in the dope game. You need somebody to vouch for you. This vato was good.
And now me and Big Temps are like this. And it was because of him, really. Because, you know, he got the ball rolling with the Crime Family. And now I'm in here. So,
how's that feel, homeboy?
You know what I mean? It feels good, dog. You know what I mean? It feels good, homie. Like getting out of prison a year ago, cutting my bracelet out, going through this whole bullshit.
Yeah, I was desmadre, güey. No mames,
yeah,
güey. If I was they're lucky I didn't become a cop. Fool. If I was a PO, I would have violated your ass, homie. I would have came out there and broke the door in like, fuck yeah. No, but sometimes
real shit.
Sometimes we gotta go through that struggle. Fool.
Yeah, to realize what you have, homie, and it's cliche as fuck. You know what I mean? You don't know what you have until you lose it. And
that part.
But it's real life shit. So now I'm focused solely on music. I'm a driver now. I'm a driver for my legal job. You know what I mean?
Right. For example, my legal job.
Yeah, it's terminology that but, you know. I meant my real job, my only job. You know,
And how do people see you at your real job? Because I mean, me, I already know. I would do this if I were to see you the first time I work for any time. I don't care. Like I ran into this one guy who's a glacier. He had 3 dots. I just go up to him like at the lonchera. I don't even know this motherfucker. Hey, did you get that placazo at Homes? And
the blood in, blood out.
Yeah. They always give you that little smile and look at you. How do regular people take you?
Honestly, my bosses, I got 2 bosses. They're real cool, dog. Like they're real fucking like they understand, homie. And you know, yeah, I grew a bond with them and shit. So they know they see me. They don't see the tattoos. You know what I mean? They see like the person, homie, the man, homie, the individual. You know. But other people, I can't speak to other people when I pull up in the car and shit. That's why I always wear a hat when I work. Because it's too much for some people.
Are you really bald or you just shave?
Nah, I could grow hair, dog. You know what I mean? But
you might have to, huh?
yeah.
No, but
in the professional setting,
that's expected.
Yeah.
That's expected from people to sit there and at the first glance, kind of, you know.
We're all judgmental, regardless of what people say. First 5 seconds, homie, you get to know like.
Yeah, once you start speaking to somebody, that's when you know, oh, this guy's cool as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you came in there and were just like, hey, my boy, and you know, like you know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Some, you know what I mean, my boy. Like, like, oh, this is just another.
And you know what? A lot of the people they tell me, and I don't tell them. I don't like sharing my past with in a professional setting. You know, cause
you shared it with the world tonight, brother.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, let them know, dog. You know what I mean? This is what it is. This is real life shit. Like,
yes, sir.
I'm not the only one walking this path, and there's a lot of other rappers. There's a lot of other individual homies. You know what I mean? Period. That walking this path, and they just need that shot. This is a platform, and that's why, you know, I'm grateful, homie, that you put me in here.
Absolutely, homie. Like I said, man, I'm here to you know, I love speaking my politics, homie. That's my number one for me to get us educated on that. But I'm also to shed light on us as a people, man, as a culture that you know we're more than just what you see at first. You know, because a lot of people would just see this back in the days and be like, oh, that's just a cholo. That's just this guy's no good. But nah, you're a son. You know,
son, brother,
uncle. You're somebody's family member, brother, and that's what we gotta look not just to you, but to the guy that you think is your enemy. Nah, homie, that's somebody just got a different name of a hood, homie. But he's the same as you, because that's when you go to join, you're gonna figure out, we are much more alike than we're different. Homie. And I think we're kind of figuring that out. Are you guys planning to do some more stuff, like, you know, bringing the IE more together, homie? And I'm hoping you guys do, and I'm hoping to hopefully have LA more like that, man.
Yeah, well, that's what the thing right now. Like, I got a Orange County, like some homies that are rapping from Orange County. You know what I mean? I'm reaching out and shit. Trying to tap in with homies from LA as well. Like
Big Wicked OC, homeboy. Shout out to the homie.
Big Wicked, Big Listo, homie. Like, man, those are the homies and shit. What's it called? But yeah, what I seen from when I got out was it kind of created this network for homies that are rapping. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna say every rapper, homie, but rappers, homie, that are on the same program, on the same tip. You know what I mean? Like, shit. When I got out here, I'm like, damn. Almost every neighborhood in the fucking IE has a fucking rapper coming out, dog. Somebody that's rapping. So it created a network to where it's like, we're doing features and we're not charging, homies. Like, if I feel you and we're on the same tip, like, why am I gonna charge another $1?
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I need $50 right now for this interview, phone.
Shit, so fly, you got it.
unos 50 varos nomás, homie. I'm giving you the IE fucking discount, carnal.
I don't get paid till Friday, dog. Next Friday.
Nah, but hey, listen, it's crazy that we as Raza have much more structures than anybody else, right? As far as hoods, but the Bloods and the Crips, they've been working with each other for a minute, fool. Yeah. And they're supposed to be like the biggest arch rivals.
Yeah. They got that bang on wax and all that shit.
Well, that's the old stuff. But even today, it's like, it's about making that money, homie.
That's what, at the end of the day, that's what it is.
It's about making that bread, homie.
Yeah.
You know, it's about making that bread, and hopefully we learn that it's making that bread legally. Because making that bread illegally, I've been there, homie. Everybody's been there that's been in the part of the game. Yeah, it's all fun. It's all fun and games for a couple years, homie. But that couple years, you're gonna do 10 or 12.
Yeah,
you're gonna do 20.
Facts.
You're gonna make a lot of money, but when you break it down with all the time you're doing and the 5 cents an hour you're getting paid in the joint, you're gonna be making less than minimum wage, homeboy.
I was making 15.
What, 15 cents? Ah, you're up.
You know what I mean? I was balling it.
Hey, think about that. Think about that. You were
Yeah.
making 15 cents a fucking hour, homie. And that, and yeah, you're in jail like, oh, shit, you got a good job.
Yeah. I think the PIA, that's where you want to be.
Oh, the PIA.
It's close to $1.
Do you, well, when I was busted, I remember in Ventura, they had TWA. Remember Trans World Air? It's still around. Trans World Air is the people you call to, they don't have it anymore. It was the people you would call to book a flight.
Oh, shit.
Those were a lot of the fucking wards, and it was mostly the real good wards in YA, but they were getting paid minimum wage, fool. So imagine you're in jail and you're making that kind of bread.
Fool, you're balling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That helps a lot. It helps on the family. You know what I mean? It helps take a lot of the weight off the family and your girlfriend, your wife, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever your support system on the streets, because.
Yeah, because it's already tough enough. You're in jail where you're supposed to be the breadwinner, and now instead of being the breadwinner, you're the bread taker.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that part. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of tough. So, a lot of times I get shit for being Mr. Tough on crime, and it's not that I'm tough on crime. I think we need accountability, like how when your PO was saying, "Hey, fool, you better turn yourself in," this and that. How do we stop the recidivism rate of people going back to jail? Well, you're a guy who just came out of jail.
Yeah.
How do we kind of stop that and have guys like you that have come out of prison and went through your struggle the first 6 months? How do we stop that from that guy doing a robbery, going back to prison? Because after they go back to prison, they're like, "Fuck, I fucked up."
I think and this is coming from, you know what I mean? I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, homie, but you know what I mean? I can still.
No, you're pretty sharp, homie.
But this is just from conversations that I've had with OGs, homie, in Pelican Bay and homies in prison. It starts in there, dog. It starts highlighting the R on CDCR, the rehabilitation part. You know what I mean? Because if you're regardless how you want to see it or paint it, like if you're joining the gang or you're joining that gang lifestyle, then there's a criminality element to it. You know what I mean? So there's a criminal element to it. So. But once you get to prison, that's where it starts. Like the, you know what I mean? The recidivism rate dropping and because how are you going to just, I got like, for example, like, we just get parole with $200. Here you go.
Yeah, that's all you got.
Homie, I don't know how to use a credit card. And they got these little bullshit ass programs in there that ain't really like highlighting on shit that you need to know out here.
But do you think also, well, there's two things to that element. To me, I'm the kind of, and that's why I push politics, fool. I personally believe this. I believe that in starting from elementary school, probably like around 6th grade, 5th grade, all the way through high school, they should teach kids about credit, checkbook, credit cards.
Well, that's, yeah. You know when you make a good point, because, damn, where'd I hear it? I probably heard it on TV or something, but, and not to, you know what I mean? Not to get fucking racist or fucking get into racial shit, but white people, I mean, American citizens, not raza, not chicken, like,
right.
They get taught that at an early age to their parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Credit, fucking all that good stuff, homie.
You heard it here, fool. You heard it here, homeboy.
Yeah. So, yeah, for us, for the minorities, I would say is that. You know what I mean?
What it is with it could even be white, it could be people with money. That's what they do.
Go.
People with money,
term,
people with money would teach their kids this is the game. Unfortunately, with us, a lot of times,
what do they say? The rich stays rich.
Yeah, of course, homie. Because that's what they teach them. They teach them how the credit score. They get them into their business. The problem with us is we teach them the gangbanging game, homie.
Yeah.
And the gangbang game, there is no great outcome. Though to win the gangbanging game is to be in the hole for fucking indefinite amount of time. That means you won. That means you have reached the pinnacle of the hood. You have become somebody. Yeah. But that's not what we want for our kids, homie.
No, well, you know what? It kind of leads me into this right here. Like my homie Blackie, right? For example, he did 16 years in prison. He's a pillar in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? He's a good ass homie. Now he got his own business, got his own clothing line, the Classics. You know what I mean? And he brought me a shirt right here for you. And,
dope, for sure.
Yeah, so.
Oh, let me check it out. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Meanwhile, I'm gonna pose. All right. What you got, homie? What you got?
You know what I mean? Gotta get the Cortezes up in there, dog.
Oh shit!
But shout out to the homie. He geared me up when I first got out. Oh yeah, your headphones are on, dog.
Yeah. Let me show you my son's Cortez, homeboy. Yeah, these are from the '90s, homie. Nothing major. I would say those are mine, but I'd be lying. There you go.
Yeah. Yep. So I mean, it's possible, homie. Like, you know, homeboy got his own shit. Is the same mentality that Mr. Criminal and
It's the same hustle. Fool.
yeah, same hustle. There
it's
you go.
Same hustle.
Yeah.
Fool.
That all these homies that are turning their life into success, homie. That's what they have, dog. You know. So when I first got out, he geared me up. You know, I haven't met him. He did fucking 16, 17 years, and
So you hadn't met him before that?
No.
So he was
already busted when I started coming around.
He was one of those that was in the hood before and
Yeah.
came out, but he's got that hood,
so
the love for the hood for you.
Yep, and you know what I mean. I got out, met him. Fucking here you go. Now every homie like he's trying to like school us on that. Like, look, this
homie,
is the way.
that's what
Like,
it's about, homie.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Like I said, that's what reminds me of the homie that I was telling you about. I had never met him before this.
no.
I had never met him until I met the homie. He knows who he is. I met that fool in 2000 and fuck, when did I meet him? 2018, 17. The homie's like, hey man, the homie's getting the joint. We'll do a poop, and then all of a sudden, you know how a whole school of homies start getting out of the joint.
Yeah.
Like that, and same thing. Put him under the wing, like, hey, fool, I wish I had somebody like that.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Well put. Cause shit, you know, you get out here and it's kind of like you're swimming for the first time again.
Yes,
you know,
fool.
so you need a homie that's already walked the walk and walked through that fire, homie, to kind of like guide you.
Yeah, because if not, you're not gonna listen to him.
Nah, homie, how am I gonna listen to a fucking a square with a fucking business suit on? Like, hey, you need to do this. Like, the hell I do, homie.
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
Where
you
are your
know?
credentials?
But you know, and on the flip side, you got another homie that's done 15, 16 years, homie, put in work for the hood, and now he's telling you like, hey, look, dog, like times is changing out here, homie. It ain't the same, dog. Like you see it for yourself, and I did. I see. He told me you're gonna see it for yourself, homie.
He was a credible messenger.
Yeah, so it goes from that, homie. It just keeps passing it on. Like, don't get me wrong, homie. Like, if like, and that's why individuals like myself and other people, homie, like other rappers and shit, like the shit that I rap about, homie, is stories, homie. Like, I try to like, you know what I mean, kind of like put together, if not factual, then shit that I ran into, homies.
Yeah, some
story,
hood
stories,
story,
you know what I mean? Real
hood
shit, dog.
stories,
Like,
right?
So in a way, is giving kids like, homie, like this is the real facts, dog, and this podcast as well. You know, like if you want to take that route, take it, dog. But
Yeah,
you know, I'm never gonna tell. Like that's the thing. Like I'm never gonna tell somebody like don't gangbang because it'd be contradictory of my. You know what I mean? I'll be.
I'll
contradicting
tell him
myself.
that. I'll tell him that.
You
I'll be the guy to tell him that, but I don't tell him that in a bad way. I'll tell him that like, if you haven't joined a gang, don't do it.
Yeah.
If you have, to me, it's like people. Hey, you need to go talk to some kids. I'm not really the kid talk to guy because to me it's like, hey fool, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And when I see the little homies, this is what it is, fool. If you don't listen to me, sorry about your luck. Like you'll know when you're in the joint, you're gonna be like, that fool was right. But this is the game already. If you already
and
if you already got into it, you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, and for me it's like when I got out here, I ran into a few little homies, and for me it's a little different. I tell them what it is. Like, look, you want to do this? This is what comes with it, dog. And nobody told me that, so I'm telling you. But I'm never gonna tell you like, don't do it. Like, and that's just based on you know, and to each their own. We all got fucking
but that's still based on you not being able to say, you know what, I don't bang, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. It comes with that.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I get that, homie. But that's why there's kind of like levels to this shit.
Yeah.
And when I say like a young guy is not gonna really listen to me, there'll be a very few that would think, oh, that guy said this. To me, it's like I'm trying to drop what knowledge I know about the game. Put it down a little bit to guys, you know. I'm 48 now. Put it down to guys in their 40s. Those guys could put it down to the guys in 34s. And little by little, the same game we were given back then was do this, do that. Now it's do this, do that. And hopefully, you know, it took so many years to get where we're at. It's gonna take that many years to get out of this. And hopefully, homie, in 100 years, this gang stuff that we have will be known kind of like how the Wild West was known.
Yeah.
Billy the Kid, you know, that kind of war stuff. And then people will be like, hey, you know, my grandpa's from fucking Elsinore. My fucking grandpa was from North Hollywood. My grandpa was this. But now what we're doing, we're leveling up, homie.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what we got to
Leveling
do.
up, yeah.
We got to level this shit
I think
up.
Tam said it best, homie. I think he said this shit can't be happening overnight, dog. You know what I mean?
No,
There's
absolutely
arguments.
not.
Like we still got problems, homie. We still got even myself, I'm not perfect. You know what I mean? I just got out last year, so there's still things that I struggle with as well. You know, like shit. Certain things that disrespect, all that good stuff, homie. Like, you know what I mean? So
it takes time.
Yeah, there's no sugarcoating shit. It's like it's not gonna happen overnight. It's not gonna happen in a few years. It's just it is what it is at the time, and all we can do is try to make the next little homie change the little mentality.
My thing is, I've seen it already, and I've seen guys like you come out, and now they don't bang. They're taking care of their families, taking care of their kids. They're straight construction guys doing their shit.
Yeah.
And it took me, like I said, it was the hardest thing in the fucking world to ever say, I don't bang, homie. It's very hard.
Yeah.
And it's going to take time, but, all good things.
Yeah.
It doesn't come easy, homie.
No.
But I think we're headed down the right route, homie.
I think so, yeah, shit. I think as far as the unity part goes, it's one step at a time, and like you said, the Crips and Bloods are doing it. I can't. The homies do it.
Hey, let's put the number up there real quick, Chris. Some good ass conversation, homeboy. If I would have known this, I would have got you on here. Nah, fuck with you.
All right, shit. I'm up for hire, homie. You want?
All right. What you got? What you got?
Oh, we got a little goodie bag right here.
Let's shoot it. Oh, these fools. That's right, homie.
That comes from Chicanita's chili right there. That's the homie Shy's lady right there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so she knew we were coming on here, and she's like, yeah, we got something for Gil.
Dip. What's this? I'm getting old, fool. Hold on, carnal. There you go. I need my glasses, player. Chicanita's chili, homemade chamoy rims and gummies. Oh, my God, dude.
Coming from an SGV right there.
It's cracking. It's cracking tonight. I got to work tomorrow. Oh, man, thank you so much. Here you go. Chris, if you can see that one. If not, put it on his camera. I bet you his camera looks better. There you go. Yeah, I know the page. That's dope. Hey, I appreciate you guys, man. That is love. So where they at? How can you order this stuff?
Right now she's on
IG?
Give her a follow, yes sir. Chicanita's chili. Give her a follow. Give the homie the classics. That's the classics.
So
CLASSICKS.
Oh no, I'll post it on my community page. I'll post it on the gram tomorrow. Oh, that's fucking dope, man. I didn't know this was for me. I thought we were all gonna have this tonight.
Nah, yeah, that's for you. She looked out and shit.
That's dope. Let me turn this. Not Modelo. Let's get these guys out of here.
Yeah, nah,
but hey,
good shit.
This is another thing. Let me put these out here. Like when
these are all Chicano businesses too.
Yes,
so it's like
it's
you know what I mean? It's raza. So
okay, so listen, a lot of people will talk about supporting, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's podcasts, whether it's
whatever,
IG, whatever it is, fool. The reason I pull up on a lot of homies is because I want to support. I wanna just like when I was a gangbanger fool, I'm banging on fools to let fools know this is how you do it. This is how you bang. This is how you put the hood on. I'm not trying to put the hood on that way. No. I'm trying to bang in a positive way. I'm trying to pull up at an event, buy the stuff. We have our own economy within our system, homeboy, but we don't fucking use it. One thing that I was gonna do I did a post, but I haven't put it yet, and I was very pissed off today. I was dropping off my mom's car. I want to get her some stuff done in her car, right? And I'm listening to Power 106, and it reminded me about this event that's going on next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday in Norco. It's called Taco Fest. Oh yeah, right. Yeah. And my post was this. I haven't put it. I'll put it up tomorrow. Imagine going to an Asian fest and there's no Asian performance. Imagine going to a soul fest and there's no black performers.
A country performers. Yeah.
Imagine going to a country and there's no white performers. Or imagine going to an American fest and there's no Americans.
Americans, yeah, correct.
Imagine going to a taco fest and there's no raza.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to imagine that. That's exactly what's happening in Norco this May 13th. Okay. There's an actual taco fest that's saying, come get your tacos, come get your margaritas, come get your tequilas, come get your this. And I'm not bashing the artists that are there. They have Flo Rida, the guy from. It's not about the artists. It's about how tone deaf the promoters are. That they're putting on a fest called Taco Fest, and they don't have one fucking raza in the whole lineup.
Yeah.
But people say, what's the big deal? In the huge picture of the world, it's not a big deal. In the small picture, look at it. It is, because that's what they keep doing to us.
Yeah.
They keep on saying, I want your money. All right? I want your attendance. But what? I don't want your performance.
Yeah.
I don't want your opinion. And to me, it's disgusting that you got somebody like Power 106, Felly Fell was over there promoting it today. I'm like, homie, you're raza.
Yeah.
How are you going to sit here and just stand up in Power 106 and promote this shit? You don't have any backbone to sit there and say, hey, man, there's something wrong here. You should have one raza. And I'm not saying it has to be Mr. fucking man. It could be whatever it is.
Yeah.
Have one
Show some
raza.
type of support. Show some
Thank
type
you.
of support.
I mean,
Yeah, I get it.
show some type of support.
Yeah.
But the problem with us is, what's the big deal? What's this, man? If we don't change that narrative, we're gonna stay being the suckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the shit. So when I say go to these places, dude, go, homie, go
Yeah.
support the business. Why?
The businesses, yeah, they're the ones right here breaking their back, homie. Like,
homie.
and it's just not that. It's everybody. Like you go to a lowrider show. What do you see, homies? All raza, dog, all Chicanos, homie, fucking homies. You know what I mean? I met a good homie, Lomas, all sorts of homies that got their little tents, homie. And
well, there's no phones gonna come through if I have it on airplane mode, Chris.
oh no, oh. Yeah, you know, so I agree with that shit, homie. And maybe, you know what I mean, if Taco Fest is listening, dog, shit, put YC Tokes on Crime Family Entertainment in this bitch.
Well, but it's us, like, as far as our people who are in positions of power, like Power 106, Felly Fell, homie. I'm like, homie, you I think Felly Fell raza, you know.
I don't even know who Felly Fell is.
Well, the reason I listen to Power, usually I don't listen to any radio station, was because I was in my mom's car.
Okay.
So I had the radio station on, and I heard, hey, Felly Fell, this is Power 106. Hey, yeah, make sure to go to Taco Fest. I'm like, and I had forgotten about that. Like, damn, this motherfucker's promoting it. Like, no, if I'm in that radio station, I would sit there and be like, you know what, dude? I'm not promoting it. Give it to one of the brothers or something. If there is a brother over there. But have a little bit of backbone and tell him, nah, man, this ain't cool. Guys, if the people who are in power don't hear us complain, then they're going to say everything's okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem with a lot of us. We don't sit there and, you know, make our voice be heard.
That's what it is, dog.
Especially in California. Homie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're in some other state. Let's get this call real quick. Shy from Elsinore, what's good, my man?
Man.
We're doing good. Talk to us.
Yeah, I was just, want to shout out my homeboy right there, just give him a shout out and,
let's get it in.
Tell him I'm proud of him,
That's right, homeboy.
Hello.
Yeah.
You hear us?
Yeah, that's right, homeboy.
Talk to us, Shy. Talk to us.
All right, homie.
I'm trying to get michelada. That's what I'm trying to do, homeboy.
Get it cracking.
Hey, Shy. That's the homie or what?
Yeah, that's the homie. That's the homie's lady right here.
Shy. That's you right here?
That's the one that told me to turn myself in, dog. You know what I mean? That's not my boy. That's my homie, dog.
He was supposed to turn himself in, right?
Yeah. I just want to say I'm proud of my homeboy, because he's doing really good and he's putting the city on the map and everything, We're trying to stay positive, like you said, trying to do positive things here.
Hell yeah, homeboy. Hell yeah, dog. You already know. Yeah, that's what we're doing, Shy. You know what I mean? We're just sharing a little bit of.
You already know, dog.
Yeah, we're sharing our narrative, homie. You know what I mean? Letting people know, dog. Other homies, dog. You know what I mean? That is like this, dog. Everywhere else, homie. You know what I mean? We're just sharing our story, dog. Shit. You know what's up? Hell yeah. Ease up, though, baby.
Hey, Shy. So let me know where we can find the michelada cups and all this good stuff, homeboy. Talk to us.
Yeah, we'll post it, or you tell my lady, she has on her Instagram and all that on the cuts and all that. Yeah, you already know.
Hey, I appreciate the phone call, brother. Post it in the chat.
All right.
All right, brother. Hey. Yeah, but that's what it is, man. It's about us. It's like how nowadays in world politics you hear buy American.
Yeah.
Buy raza, homie.
Yep. There you go.
Buy raza. That's the thing. We have such power in our consumer base, but we don't use it.
I think and not to cut you off, Gil, but like you have a big platform, dog. You know what I mean? And other people like you that are Chicano that have been walking through the fire as well, homie. Like, I think it falls on them as well, dog. Like, to promote this shit. Kind of like, you know, just the same way that you said that these big manufacturers or these big fucking companies are putting these Gucci clothes and skinny jeans and pink clothes on these rappers. Like people with platforms, homie, they push the fucking homie shit.
but they gotta show up, and they ain't showing up. Fool.
It's like say if you go to a Michelada Fest, set up shop, homie, set up a little table.
Exclusive shot that, homie.
My
What's
boy,
good?
homie, was cracking.
Talk to us, player.
What up, my boy? You know how to call in and support my boy.
That's
You know what I
my
mean?
boy. Hell yeah, fool was cracking, dog.
What's good? Talk to us, player. ¿Cómo estás?
Hey, I'm editing and listening to you fools at the same time, dog. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Get it in, player. Get it in.
Nah, but I just want to show love and shit. You know, like I'm just here to support too as well. You know, since day one, they already know. People that know, they know about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's my boy. He and one thing about exclusive, dog. Now that he calls you in, is he does. If he fucks with your music, he's doing your video for free, dog.
Oh shit! All right.
And he got good quality, homie. So that's what that's why I fuck with him. You know, like he started fucking with me, so you know it became
he's supporting the cause.
Exactly, homie. And he told me, dog, from day one, dog, like, hey, you got something, homie. So you know what I mean? My services to you, dog. So.
That's dope, homie. That's dope, man.
Oh.
Hey, so what do you think about us supporting one another, exclusive, homeboy, as far as going to events and buying actual stuff instead of looking at it for free?
Well, actually, dog, hey, when you showed up, fool, I was like, what the fuck? This fool did really show up. And you know what I mean, fool? And I was like, hey.
Come on,
it made
homie.
me think about you, dog. I was like, hey, this motherfucker showed up. You know what I mean, fool?
Come on, homie. I'll pull up, homie. Like, one thing with me, you know what? And it ain't cocky, it ain't this. I'm not afraid to pull up to any homie's hood, homie, because I don't have that anger in my soul. I don't got that anger in my heart. To me, like I said, when I see you vatos, I see my homeboys, man. I don't see another neighborhood. I see my homeboy, but from Paris, from Elsinore, from the IE, from Orange County, from South Central, whatever it is. I see you as you are. You're my gente, carnal.
And thank you, dog, for showing up too. Hey, all you hear is whispers, fool, like, hey, that's American Cholo. Everybody was like, everybody was surprised and shit. You know what I mean?
Nah, homie.
Hey, but much love, Tokes. You already know, fool.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right, my boy. You already know, dog. I'll tap in with you after this.
Have a good night, bro.
Hell yeah.
Buenas noches, homie.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Come on, homie. Me and Nueva had that set up, homie. I was like, I'm not missing this shit.
I heard it, dog, in the last podcast. Nueve and Thames was here. You're like, yeah, I'll show up to the last block party. And I heard it. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest, dog. I just heard that first podcast with Big Tens and Nueve. I just heard it a day before I got here, dog. Yesterday.
Oh, even better. Okay.
Yeah. So I was doing my homework and shit. You know what I mean? So
you were seeing what the vibe and the conversation
yeah,
was.
homie, the vibe and shit. But when I got here, it's different, dog. You know what I mean? We sipping, we chilling. It's like talking to my homie, dog.
That's what it is. Look, people will sit there. Oh, homie, a real one knows.
Yeah,
homie.
I was nervous, dog. I was like, man, I feel like a fucking interview, homie.
No, and I told you when we were talking, I was like, fool, don't trip. I got this. It ain't gonna be that kind of shit. That's what we got with the 818 in the house. Caller, who's this?
Miguel.
Oh, what's up, Miguel? Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Gil?
Talk to us, fool.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, YC Toast?
What's cracking, homie?
Man?
Mucho gusto, homie. Miguel, right?
Oh, yeah, igualmente.
Okay, homeboy.
What's up, Miguel?
All right, I have a question. I have just one question.
Yeah, sure.
Pretty simple, straightforward. Do you ever? It's for YC. Do you ever consider like doing a tour upstate, like maybe to like Salinas or like San Jose, Merced, Taton?
Honestly, homeboy, look, if the opportunity should rise, homie, then yeah, I'm gonna step into it, dog. I'm not gonna close no doors, you know. I'm not gonna close no doors if it means me promoting myself and my team, homie. Yeah, I'm gonna step into it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But
Do you
unfortunately,
think before you ever? Sorry to
ahead.
interrupt you, man.
No,
Do you think if you ever do that, if you ever make that like decision to do that, do you think you might do that first before you step out of state, or you think you'll step out of state first, like go to like Texas, Arizona, Albuquerque?
Look, homie. Unfortunately, dog, my parole got extended to 8 months, homie. So right now I'm stuck in California. So, yeah, I might just stick in California, dog, for right now. You know, just until the other chances, other doors open out of state and shit. But I'm open for tours, homie. You know what I mean? Like that's something I gotta discuss with my team and shit. But hell yeah, you know what I mean? I don't mind showing Cali love, homie. I met homies up north, dog, upstate. You know what I mean? So shit, why not? I'm up there.
In what city?
Oh shit, yeah, homie. In prison, dog, you run into homie. I ran into homies from Concord, which is what, South Bay,
Concord.
Modesto, homie, fucking Tulare County, you name it, dog. Even a few homies from 18, dog, from Oakland, dog. So it's, you know what I mean? It's a few homies. San Jose, as a matter of fact, San Jose, homie. Let's not forget about San Jose. Yeah, I ran into solid ass homies full up there, dog. Too. You know what I mean? It's just the fight up there is a little different, dog. That's it. But you know, we're all raza, homie.
Yes,
It's all,
sir.
it's all, we're all on the same flag, homie. So yeah, why not? I'll push up there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. I'm mucho gusto to hear that, man. And thank you for answering my question. And Gil, remember the last time I called you?
Yes, sir.
For the last caller, the one from Texas?
Yes.
Remember when he asked me, hey, what do you think Chicano rap is?
Yes.
I was going to tell him, well, I'm going to tell you the same thing that when Gil hooked me up with that beanie, Chicano rap is culture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly
You know,
what it
so
is.
I still stick with the same response. So thank you, Gil.
Hey, thank you, Miguel. Appreciate it, brother. Hey.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good question. I mean, definitely. Now that I'm you know, I joined the team with Crime Family, Mr. Criminal, and Big Tams and shit.
Coming in, homeboy. Slick, what's good?
Was good, man.
Talk to us, brother.
Is when I say I got music coming out, man. I'm a Mexican artist up and coming. My YouTube is Bob.
Wait. You trying to plug your shit, Slick? Come on, homie. At least like send a $2 super chat, player.
Oh man, I'm trying to call in and see what's up with y'all.
Where you at, Slick?
I'm from West Side of LA, Midtown.
Okay, West Side Midtown. What you got, homie? What music you got, carnal? Let's get it in.
I got some gangster rap music, man.
All right. Is it any good?
Yeah, man. It's good, man. Been doing it for years now.
All right. Put a comment in the section, homie. You got a question, or you just came to just promote your shit for free?
No. I came to say what's up with the artist that's up there. Sounds pretty good, man. I'm gonna check him out. Never heard of him, but I'm gonna check him out.
YC Tokes, homie. He's got some good stuff, carnal, and a great story.
All right, for sure. I'm gonna tap in, man. Thank you for picking up.
You got it, brother. Late. They said, Slick, pay the cost to be the boss. Slick came in and got a free commercial.
Slid right in there, huh?
Hey,
gotta respect the hustle, dog.
I can't hate on him,
no.
I can't hate on him, homie. It's all love. Yeah, but this is what it was, homie. You hit me up and you were like, hey, Gil. I was like, fool, I'm not asking those. You know, yeah, I get very political, like as far as world
Out
power.
here, yeah.
Yeah, I do my shit, but what we pride ourselves on this podcast, fool, is to elevate the conversation.
Yeah.
Like to really elevate the conversation and have people look at you in like a different light where, guess what? Tu mamá va a mirar esto y decir, ay, my son's very intelligent, like something like that. That's what we wanted of this, homeboy. Oh, shit. What's going on, homeboy? Talk to us.
Hey, what's up, Gil? How you guys doing today? What up, Tokes?
What's the deal, homie?
Who's this again?
Okay, against White Same fool from Elsinore, you already know.
You know what it is, homeboy. Talk to us, man. What you got?
Hey, I just wanted to call in and show some love, homie. And fucking, the homie Watchy Tokes right there, that's a good homie right there. He's doing good things for the city, bro. I'm really proud of him, you know? I'm proud of you, dog.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, homeboy. It's appreciated, dog. You already know.
Yeah, much love, homie. Keep doing your thing.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that.
Homie.
That's right, dog. Hell yeah. Ease up, baby.
He's up. You already know. All right, Gil.
All right, brother. You have a great night.
Right there.
For sure, homeboy.
Okay.
Now, to me, it's shown out to, you know, Elsinore, Paris, IE, River, the whole spectrum, homie. I'm trying to be that guy that even, let's say that guy don't get along with you. I'm trying to be the guy where I can talk to this guy and actually.
You're trying to give a voice to the homies, dog.
Yeah,
and you know what I mean.
And then some.
And some, yeah.
And then some. And I'm trying to be that voice where, you know, like, oh shit, this fool's like, you know, it ain't on no shit that you can be embarrassed on.
Yeah.
It's not some shit like, oh shit, this guy can actually, you know, speak some real shit and speak some truth.
Yeah.
Some truth, because a lot of
That's
times.
what it is, though. Like, look. I think one of the good advice that my homeboys gave me was like, hey, go in there and be yourself, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? You get nervous, dog. You're in front of all these fucking cameras, homie. Like, I'm new to this. This is my first podcast, so.
That's right.
It's like, I told him, like, straight up, fool, like, I'm to the point in my life, homie, where I'm not going to put up a front with nobody, dog.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's, the world either sees me, homie, and loves me, dog, or they hate me and listen to my music still, homie. So, what is it? All acknowledgement is good acknowledgement, dog. So
No, I don't remember who I told this to. Somebody asked me.
Publicity, my bad.
Yeah, some asked me like that. Hey, what should I do? And I told him the same exact thing. I said, listen, homie, just say the truth. Because especially if you go on podcasts or even somebody who's opening up a YouTube channel, just say the truth. Because what happens is this: if you start bullshitting, you gotta try to keep up with that lie, homie.
Yeah, homie, your homies, not only your homies, but people you've been in there busted with, homie, they're gonna tear your ass apart, dog. You know what I mean? I don't want these comments to be flooded like this was bullshit, homie.
Kimosabi, what's good, brother? Talk to us from Texas. That I'm through.
Kiule, what's good, man? What's good? I see you, Mr. Gill.
What's going on, Kimo? Talk to us, man.
I see you got the young generation bringing up the positive vibes, homie.
Absolutely, homeboy. That's what it's about.
That's what's up. I see you a couple of thousand away from that 100K.
Hey, homie, we're building a solid foundation for this bitch, homeboy. And once we get there ain't no stopping us, homeboy.
Hey, remember when it first cracked open? You were like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, now we're getting there, homie. And once we get there, you know what? We'll keep putting homies on. That's what it's about.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. You know what? All in all, man. As far as the path you paved the way, man, for the raza, man. Hey, man, don't even sweat the small shit, man. It's like that. You know what I'm saying? You get that lint off that coat. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's the hater.
You know
Before you
get
that little lint, like, ahí te va, puto.
Hell yeah. But hey, that's badass, man. Salutes to the young generation, to Mr. Tokes, man. You know what?
Sure.
That's what's up, man.
Homeboy. Appreciate that.
For sure, homeboy.
Hey.
I appreciate Kimosabi.
Shout out to Texas.
Hey, keep it pushing, man. Saludos. All right.
Saludos. Let's pay some bills.
Yes, sir.
King Joker, $3 super chat. Appreciate that, King Joker. YCT, would you make a song about the prison peace treaty? I had to pay the bill and say it. There you go, homeboy.
The peace treaty? The peace treaty. Probably not. I don't know.
That's a fair answer.
I mean,
well, let me ask you this while we're on that topic then. What do you feel as far as Northerners go?
Look, homie, I program with them. In the Bay. They're in Susanville. They're now right before I paroled, they got leaked into a Folsom. So, I mean, I would say a peace treaty, homie, is an agreement, dog. It's like at the same time, you know what I mean? A lot of our rights in there in prison, they got revoked, homie, because we were fighting against one another, dog. So I think and this is coming from the older homies, dog, from the OGs. This ain't
from management.
From management, homie. This ain't from me, homie, and that's just leaking out here, dog. And a lot of the homies getting out the shoe, dog, 30+ years, homie. They're, they created, and this is all public information, homie. I'm not leaking nothing that's not needed to be speaked about or nothing like that, homie. So, they all formulated this agreement, dog, to where, you know what I mean, kind of like cease fire, homie. So, as far as making songs about it, homie, it's not my lane, dog.
Well, not about making songs about it. Let's say
make a song about it, or what?
Let's say no. That was that first question. But let's say, how would you feel about a homie making a song with somebody from up north? Would you look at him any different?
From a norteño?
Yeah.
Shit. Any different, homie?
In just your opinion.
My opinion, I wouldn't do it. Right now, I'm focused on what I got going on.
Not you, but somebody else doing it. Would you look at them any different? Like me, I've had gold toes over here. To me, it's like I said, this table is right here is for us to come together, and the way
I say, if both sides are in agreement, you know what I mean? Because like you said, homie, it's bigger than this. So
hey, homie, if we're brown, we're brown.
Yeah,
if
everybody on the table's in agreement, then go ahead, dog. You know what I mean? To each their own, dog.
Let me pay a bill real quick. Put that back up there, Chris. E-Music, $50 super chat. Man, paying some bills. Toker, make a song with Parque El Parque. You know, Parque El Parque or something? I don't know.
El Parque? What, the homie from the hood?
That's what it said. Toker, make a song with Parque El Parque, homeboy.
Yeah, that's the homie right there, dog.
So you gonna make a song or not, homeboy?
Make a song. Hey, he hasn't banged my line, dog. You know what I mean? That's the homie from the hood, dog. So you got that feature coming if you want it. Oh,
there you go. There it is, homeboy. We got a call coming in. Maria, what say you? Talk to us.
Hi, I just wanted to shout out to my homie, So Fly. I'm calling from Lake Elsinore. I just want to show him some love.
That's right. You know Maria or what?
No, Soulfly's over there.
Oh, Soulfly. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, he paid her like $5 to go ahead and call in real quick.
I seen that text, dog. I seen you on the phone, homie. How much did he pay you?
He gave her like $5 on the PayPal right now.
No, he don't gotta pay me nothing.
That's
He's my homie.
That's right, Maria. Now this is all love over here, man. I appreciate the phone call.
No problem. Have a good night.
A good night.
Love you guys.
Thank you
That's
for calling in. Hey, I'm gonna be a party pooper real quick.
What you got, homeboy?
I need to take a leak, homie.
Oh, go ahead, homeboy. Go ahead. Get your money, homie. I'll come over here and we'll wrap it up after this. Get your money. Go that way. Chris, show him the way, Chris. Show him the way. Hopefully we'll get some phone calls. You got a question, Sofly? Yeah, sit in real quick, homie. There you go. Carnal. Let's get it in real quick. Hold on. Let me change that. Go ahead. And we'll get a phone call. You can. Oh, actually, I got to. All right, Chris. We got a phone call.
That's right.
Caller. Who's this?
This is Mike from the Southeast.
What's up, Mike from the Southeast? Talk to us, homeboy.
Hey, I just want to comment on the homie's question we were saying about the North. I think it's the older homies think it's a beautiful thing, I believe, to ceasefire on what's going on in there, and it's spilling out to out here sooner or later.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And I believe the youngsters are going to follow suit as time goes by, because it's still fresh, I believe, in youngsters' minds. You know what I mean?
Well, I get that, and a lot of times I get heat from the upstate homies that they feel like we don't know the struggle, we don't know this, and I tell them we've been doing this, we've been killing each other on the streets, we hit the county jail, we get along. So that's what's gonna eventually happen in the county jails. I'm not saying it's gonna happen in the next 2 years, 3 years, but eventually gonna happen, and hopefully it'll get to the point where we're going to elevate, homeboy, because that's what this is about. To me, it has nothing to do with the politics of it. It has to do with us elevating and figure out that, hey, that's my brother right there, man. That's my homie right there. That's my cousin.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
that's the way we step this game up. But the way we do it is, by coming together and realizing we're so much stronger together.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know,
need a lot more. We
it's
need
all
a lot
about
more people to come together.
Hey, man. The brothers, when folks go out to Atlanta rappers, they support them. They give them all the credit. They put them on game. I think that's the Latinos need to do the same thing. When this, all the riots go on and everything, Latinos were there. You know what I mean? We need to support everybody, and especially our own culture. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And the more of us that do it, and from all different types of places, all hoods and barrios, we need to put on each other on all this game. You know what I mean? It's about unity. It's about creating our kids' future on the financials, and in the businesses that we run. Everybody loves Taco Tuesday. Shout out to Cinco de Mayo coming up. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's about the raza, and it's about putting us on game. It's not about hating on different hoods. So appreciate that questions, Doug.
Yeah, for sure, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate the answer. Thank you. You guys have a good night.
For sure, bro. You
God
too.
bless.
Have a good one.
Hey, so where'd you grow up at, Holmes?
Hey, man. I grew up in Orange County, too, 714 Santa Ana.
Oh, that's
right. I got a lot
of
of family out there, so I support the Dodgers, so I don't want anybody talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's all right. I had an Angel shirt the other day. Like, weren't you wearing Dodgers? I'm like, hey, I'll get hardcore during the playoffs, but other than that, no. But I mean, you're seeing it, homie. We're starting to level up and come together more.
Hey, man, starting out, with Crime Family, Mr. Criminal, putting on raza, squashing beefs, showing our love out there, putting businesses on game. Every other ethnicity is there for each other.
Yes.
And I don't see that with us. And we need to come more unified. And it's nothing on any other race or nothing like that. It's about, creating a future for the Latinos, the raza. You know what I'm saying? And that's majorly why we fuck with you, Gil.
Oh, thank you,
what I mean?
man.
We come on here because you give a voice to Latinos. You give a voice to the culture. You give a voice to my kids' future. And it's much respect, man. And American Cholo, I'm American, you know what I'm saying?
That's
but
right,
but I'm Latino. I love Mexico. I love our culture. I love our history. And that's what
we're all
do,
American Cholos. Homeboy.
That's right.
Tony, what's good? Talk to us.
I closed this whole story just to talk to you, man.
Tony is the world's worst customer service, fool.
That's right.
What's going on, Tony? Talk to us.
Put it
carnal.
on.
Nothing, man. Hey, I wanna commend this guy, YC Tokes. I've been hearing his story, and honestly, bro, it sounds a lot like what my brother went through. You know.
Oh shit. Okay.
Honestly, yeah, it was. Yeah, the best thing that happened to our family was him getting, start working and starting helping us out. Because unfortunately, when these guys do time, the family does it too. Like
tell them that part.
The brothers see it, the family, like the busy, like it's just this whole thing. So I do want to commend him, for getting it together. I have a friend, he calls me all the time, he's in High Desert, and he's like just not regretful, but he's like wishing he could do good. And back in the day when we were kids, we would look at people that are like squares, you know what I mean? Like, but now he's like, man, I wish I went that route.
Yes, right. Yes.
It's better, it's better to show by example. Like, we all say it, but like this guy's proof that it's possible, like you can do it. That
Absolutely.
That it's time, like times are changing, and then it's for the better. We need to be there for our family.
Yeah, for sure, homie. And
I just want to shout out.
Yeah,
shout out to homie for doing good.
We all have a family member that's like, like Tokes. We all have that family member that's, sometimes I was that cousin. My cousin tells me now that he's older, like, dude, you were that guy that I wouldn't see. I would see maybe for a week, and after that, you're gone, homie, because you're out of jail.
They'll have a barbecue, and then you're like, hey, how you been? And they're like totally different. Like my brother, like did shoot time and everything, and I remember looking at when I went to go visit him. I remember seeing him like through the glass, because even in prison when you're in the shoe, like if you're able to see like it's the glass, whatever. And his look was just different. His eyes had changed. Like you could tell, like he had been through some traumatic shit, and it
for sure.
It hurt my heart to see him like that, But now that he went Christian too, like he he's turning his life over to God, and it's all good. I go to church with him a whole bit, and it's overall it's been very positive for our family. So just to keep at it, like que le dé ánimo,
Yeah, for sure, homie. What Tokes, I'll fill you in right now. He's calling in saying that you remind him of one of his family members, in jail, and he loves hearing you, the struggle. Not so much a struggle, but he relates with the struggle that you've gone through, but the change that you're trying to go through, homie. Because
the redemption of it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that's what it is, homie. When it comes to raza, we all relate to this shit, homie. And it's unfortunate how much we relate to jail, to prison, to gangs, and all that stuff.
It became part of the culture, dog. You know what I mean? And everybody loves a underdog story, homie. You know what I mean? Even myself included, dog.
Yeah,
you know
the gang member was like the Fonz. Everyone wanted to be the Fonz. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially more so in the 90s, early 2000s, bro.
Right.
Yeah, she was rocking. She was rocking.
Even in middle school, I went to Sun Valley Middle School, and it just seemed like anytime you're gonna fight, like hey, my cousin's gonna come east from here, and then you're like, fuck, I don't want to be there. You know what I mean? Like you're just the baddest guy. So
for sure,
who wouldn't want to strive for that? But now that we know, what it is, like
we're getting educated, Tony.
Now we realize now we realize that it's detrimental to our families. You know, and it's like we need you guys. We need you guys out here. You know what I mean? Like he was my big role model, and when he was doing his thing, I felt like I kind of went to the streets a little bit too, not as far as he did, but it definitely, like, I would look up to him, and I can't even tell you, like, when I saw him in the show, I was like, man, my brother's a badass. But now that I look back, I'm like, man, he changed. Like, you know what I mean? It was detrimental to our family too. My mom, like what kept me out of jail was my mom always said, I can't support two of you guys in jail. Like, better. If you go to jail, you're the
my little brother. You know what? My little brother, he just signed, dog. He just signed for 10, homie. The last time I seen him, and that's a good you just mentioned that, homie. My mom says the same shit, I got un hijo y se me va el otro, like
dude, how's that feel though?
It's it feels sour, dog. It feels sour for me, you know what I mean? Because I'm the one that pushed him towards that. As I was I'm not.
Now,
Go ahead, Mom.
Now you're leading by different example, and that's what because you could tell them 30 times, you could take those to the water, they won't drink. I didn't start to get my shit together. Like, so I saw my brother. I was like, man, I've been looking for work for like months, and my brother gets out of jail, and then like 2 weeks he has a job. Like it made me want to get my stuff together. You see what I'm saying? So like, just keep at it like that. Where you're just being that example, and then even if you don't tell him, like he sees it, and it becomes something that he can grab. You know what I mean? I will. Hey, with that one, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta open up the store again.
Hey, Tony, appreciate the call, homeboy.
I appreciate the call, homie.
Yeah, Tony always shuts the store down for us, homeboy.
Yeah, hey, and Tony spoke on some shit, dog. Like, homie, just the same way that I picked up this shit from in there, homie. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of this shit that not only me, Big Tams, homie, all these homies that are pushing for this shit, homie, even homies in LA, dog. Like, you know, is I picked it up from in there, dog. It's not just one day I woke up. You know, nobody's bigger than the program, homie. And this was being pushed, homie.
No, what's going on though right now, Tokes, is there's a movement, homie.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a movement of us coming together, really coming together, leveling the game up. Coming together, make some money.
We all want that.
Yeah.
Homie, at the end of the day, homie, we all want
I think we've
frog
always
skins,
wanted.
homie,
We just didn't know how to get it, homie.
Yep.
And now we're schooling the homies in the right way. We're schooling. You know, that's coming out, but in a positive way. That's the only thing. It's got to come out in a positive way and make money, not just in a positive way, in a legal way. It's much easier to make it illegal in a positive way instead of having somebody crack your door at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Kicking down your door and shit.
Blacks, 5253, $10 super chat. Thank you. Proud of you, homeboy. Keep doing your thing. Keep it classic, carnal. That's the homie right there.
Gracias, homie. That's his clothing line right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's the homie right there. All right. Yeah, I'm going to support that. That's badass. Yeah. So with that, homie, I don't want to take too much of your time because I know you got a nice drive home. Let people know where they can find you, where your IG, where your YouTube, the whole shabam, homeboy.
All right, yeah. Give me a follow on Instagram. It's YC_Tokes_Crime Family. YC Tokes _Crime Family. Give me a follow. Right now, I got a lot of music coming out on YouTube. Soon to be following this week. It's gonna come out on all platforms. So, you know, I got a lot of videos, a lot of fucking new singles. I'm working on my album. You know what I mean? As an artist with Crime Family. So yeah, stay tuned, homie.
That's
for
right, homeboy. And you're actually one of our. We got one more interview next week. After that, we're going away from the interviews for a while. Okay. So you're one of the lucky ones, homeboy.
Nice.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go away from the interviews for a little bit on the platform. We're gonna start doing just like group stuff, talking about different stuff, and then we'll bring some interviews. So you're actually one of the lucky ones, but. This was some great conversation, homie. On some real shit, homie. This was some great conversation, man. On some higher level conversation. The struggle is real, but we can get over that struggle.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know. Yep. Shout out to all the homies from the IE. Shout out to homies from Riverside County, San Bernardino County, LA County, up
County,
north,
County,
all California, homie. Let's get it in. Together, we can fucking overcome and we can fucking elevate, homie. Sir. With that, we're out, players.
Free my little brother Bandit, homie. Free my little brother Bandit.